win forever. But more often than not, players are judged by their ability to have continued success. For many, today's performance serves as the last impression before returning home for that final NFL interview. Only some of today's players will earn the chance to succeed again, but it can be done. It has been done. It will be done again. Today, NFLEurope's offensive MVP, Dave Ragone, leads the Berlin Thunder on a mission to repeat as World Bowl champions. The Amsterdam Admirals counter with the league's top-ranked offense, led by the rushing attack of Jarrett Payton and Jonathan Smith. The culmination of 10 hard-fought weeks comes down to one final championship game. It's Amsterdam and Berlin in the World Bowl next on Fox. It's title tilt time, the championship game of NFL Europe. It's World Bowl 13 as the defending champion Berlin Thunder take on the high-powered Amsterdam Admirals here on Fox. Welcome to Dusseldorf, Germany. We come to you from the Altstadt, where literally thousands of fans have descended on this city. This is kind of the version of the French Quarter, and I am Kurt Menefee. He is Brian Baldinger. And Baldy, I tell you, with all the fans and all the excitement, there's a real championship feel here this weekend.
Well, let me clear something up, Kurt. There's no French being spoken. This is the Altstadt, the old city of Dusseldorf, and it's championship game, and they need a championship party in a place where there is the old city here. They've been doing it a long time.
And they expect to see a good game. We do, too. The top two offenses in NFL Europe, the top two teams, in fact. Berlin comes in looking for their fourth title in 5 years, led by the Houston Texans quarterback, Dave Ragone.
Well, Dave is the best quarterback in this league. In a league that has turned out a lot of great quarterbacks over the years, including a former Super Bowl MVP and Kurt Warner, Dave Ragone today, I think, has to play his best game over here for Berlin to have a chance. He's been accurate. He's been a tough guy. But today, I think he has to be special for Berlin to win. And then I think on defense, the defensive MVP is Rich Scanlon, who led this league in tackles. He's a tackling machine, and this is a guy that can find the football all over the field, and he's got to get to it today, I think, for Berlin to shut down this high-powered offense of Amsterdam.
And that's going to be a big challenge, especially considering Amsterdam came in as the #1 ranked offense in the league, also the #1 rushing offense, and they are led by Jarrett Payton, son of the legendary Chicago Bear and NFL Hall of Famer Walter Payton.
Well, Walter was really special, and his son is special, too, and he came over here to make a name as Jarrett Payton, not the son of Walter Payton, and he's done that. He led this team with 7 touchdown rushes this year, but I think more than just as a runner, he's an inspiring young man. He's a great leader, and I think this whole team gets a lift from the way he plays the game.
All right, we've got to get out of the beer gardens, back over to the stadium, because it's championship time. World Bowl 13, the opening kickoff coming your way next on Fox.
Tuesday's #1 drama is House.
We have an epidemic. I want the maternity ward shut down.
When a mysterious illness rages out of control.
What the hell is this? Superbug.
Will they sacrifice one to save the rest?
You can't come in here.
My baby dying. Is she dying?
An episode you'll never forget. House at 9/8 Central, Fox Tuesday. Fox tonight. What happens when a bad guy rips off the shiny new ride?
Get off that bike!
Look 'em up. No hands. Cops Grand Theft Bicycle. Then, officials need your help to solve this 19-year-old murder mystery.
There's someone out there who knows about this young woman.
America's Most Wanted. It all starts at 8/7 Central tonight on Fox.
Announcing Child Space and USA Baby's Shop Till You Drop sale. Huge savings on our overwhelming selection of baby and big kids furniture. Hundreds of cribs, strollers, high chairs, and car seats. Save on bunks, dressers, desks, and accessories for your children from cradle to college. When it comes to your children's furniture, one store has it all. USA Baby and Child Space. But hurry, our Shop Till You Drop sale ends soon. In Pittsburgh, located in the North Hills, on Babcock Boulevard near McKnight Road. Call 412-931-5111.
If you're getting married, we'll rent you a tuxedo for as little as $50, which is pretty good, considering her dress probably cost as much as your car.
Rent 4 tuxedos, and the groom's is free.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
You wait for that file to download. You wait for that pizza to be delivered. Well, lose the wait. Don't wait up late for all your news, weather, and sports. An hour earlier is better. Pittsburgh's most watched 10 p.m. news. The Fox 53 10 o'clock news. Turn it on. Seinfeld, one of the classic comedies, weeknights at 7:30 on Fox 53.
Play with class. Play with poise. Above all. Above all.
Have fun, man. You've earned this. You've earned this. Go out and make some memories tonight. Go out.
This is going to be fun. Some of you guys have never been in a championship game. This is a goddamn championship football game. They pay you extra money for this. Hell, we ought to pay them to be here. I'm excited for you guys. I know we're going to play that.
Well, these two head coaches, two of the best in NFL Europe this season. On the left, Bart Andrus, named Coach of the Year, and Rick Lance in his second season as head coach of Berlin in his second World Bowl. Won it last year.
I think we should go back to what Rick Lance just said. Maybe they about they should pay them to play this game. But, you know, he was right. You only get a chance to win a championship so many times in life, and it's got to feel special. I think it does to these players today. And championship games, you wanted to bring the best out of you. And Dave Ragone and guys looking around, David Sanchez there, those guys want to play their best game that they've played over here this year.
Well, Amsterdam will get the first opportunity. These are the top two teams in NFL Europe. Berlin winning the regular season title for the second straight year. They finished with a record of 7-3, while Amsterdam finished at 6-4. And will get a chance to go on offense first. Kevin Miller from the Seattle Seahawks kicks it off. Short kick. Jeff Sanchez from the 14-yard line. Sanchez makes a move. Has some running room and finally forced out of bounds at about the 30-yard line by Michael Harden. On this Admiral offense, number one in the league, the number one rushing team in the league, led by the dynamic duo of Jonathan Smith, who was the number 3 rusher, and Jarrett Payton, who finished 4th in NFL Europe. Named to the All-Europe League team at running back. And he led this regular season with 7 rushing touchdowns, actually tied for the lead with Littlejohn Flowers of the Berlin Thunder. Amsterdam starts at the 32. Kurt Kittner is the quarterback, dumps it off to Payton, and Jared Payton will pick up 9 yards on first down. And Kittner, former draft pick of the Atlanta Falcons, actually started 4 games for the Falcons a couple of years ago when Michael Vick was hurt. Now a member of the Chicago Bears. And this offensive line for the Amsterdam Admirals gave up the fewest sacks in NFL Europe this season while leading the league in rushing. Their big star on offense on the outside, Ravel Martin, the wide receiver from the San Diego Chargers. He had a record 12 touchdowns in 10 games this year. And Jared Payton won't get far. Rip Scanlon wrapped him up behind the line of scrimmage. And Scanlon is a guy you better keep your eye on all day long because he was the defensive MVP this year in the league and really ran away with it.
Yeah, and he just made a good tackle on Jared Payton there, who's the inspirational leader. We said at the outset that he's the son of Walter Payton. He came over here this year, really established himself. But Jared Payton, Rich Scanlon, Kurt Kittner, all these guys are here this year because they need playing time. None of them really played any football last year. They need to get back on the field to get their confidence back up.
Amsterdam needs the 42 for the first down. Kittner throws that one too high for Ravel Martin, but there's a penalty marker down on the play. Our referee today, Scott Green, will make his first call. Green, moving up to be a referee during the regular season in the NFL, has been a back judge the last couple of years.
Offside. Defense. Number 92. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, Christian Moore jumped early, and so Amsterdam will pick up the first down on a penalty.
Well, that right there in your picture is the defensive coordinator of Berlin, the team in the black, Jim Tomsula. That will keep him up for at least another week, thinking about that offside that allowed Amsterdam to hold on to the football. He said, keep all sharp objects away from it. I might hurt myself.
Oh, it's too early to start hurting yourself just yet. Jared Payton, not much running room. He runs right into Rich Scanlon and Jamal Brooks. We have another penalty flag as well.
You'll see today Amsterdam will rotate running back by series. Jared Payton will rotate along with Jonathan Smith. They've been a good 1-2 punch.
Illegal formation. Offense. 6 men on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty.
This is an amazing league, Kurt. They've been together over here now.
The penalty is declined. Second down.
That there's been NFL Europe, and you know they put this thing together so fast. They have 3 weeks of training camp in Tampa. They fly over here. They immediately start playing games. So this is a new collection of players every single year. Jonathan Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs. You see the logo. in the middle of his chest right there. And so, you know, these guys are all getting time. Their teams are watching them back in the States. And they're being evaluated for the 10 weeks they're here in the championship game, and hopefully they'll be in a better position to compete for a spot this season come training camp.
Well, 26 different NFL teams represented by players in today's ball game, and we'll introduce you to several of them as we go on. Penalty was declined, so it's second down. Play fake.
He's got him. He's got him down the field.
All kinds of time. Wide open and underthrown. Ravel Martin, it's incomplete. Willie Ford in there to break it up.
Well, Ravel Martin is the big play wide receiver of this league. And big is the operative word. Number 85 caught 12 touchdown passes this year. Almost had his 13th. Set a league record this year. Been their deep threat, their big play guy. And Amsterdam is one of those fun teams to watch because they're not afraid to throw the ball deep.
They need the 46-yard line of Berlin to convert. From the shotgun, Kittner has time again, throws it underneath. Jared Payton falling forward. Rich Scanlon had him around the ankles, but it looks like Payton picked up the first down.
Well, Kirk Kittner had great time here because Berlin ran a double stunt. Watch this. Stunts here, stunts there, and the five guys up front, Ulis Booker, Andy King, Sederson does a nice job building a wall for Kittner. Payton gets his second catch out of the backfield here today. And everything that Jared Payton does is with great emotion. On and off the field.
First down for the Admirals. 4 receivers in. Kittner. Quick pass dropped by Ravel Martin, incomplete. Well, we've mentioned his name already a couple of times. Rich Scanlon, the middle linebacker for the Berlin Thunder. Defensive MVP in NFLEurope this season. And the main reason why, he's a tackling machine. Led the league in tackles, led his team in tackles. And you want to talk about tackling, his solo tackles by himself were more than any other player had combined tackles in NFLEurope this campaign.
He led his team in tackles every week of the 10-week season. That's a consistent performance.
Admirals. Kittner to John Booth. He gets away. And Booth with running room. Finally brought down at the 26-yard line by Darrell Lee. But a nice pickup of 20 yards by the Admirals.
Hey, Kittner's off to a good start. You know, he's dropping back right now. He's getting good protection. You see right here in the slot is Booth just running just a little stop route. Bad tackle by Jack Hunt. And I think the weakness of this Berlin Thunder defense has been the safety play. Adrian Mays, Jack Hunt, Thornton, a couple guys back there have missed tackles and have been beaten in coverage this season.
From the 26, the pitch to Jared Payton. Payton not going to get far. Adrian Mays with the tackle there. Mays part of this Berlin Thunder defense that finished number 2 during the regular season in NFLEurope, but they gave up the fewest points of any team. And during the regular season, they got a couple of big performances out of Jermaine Mays, the cornerback from the Indianapolis Colts, including in a big Week 5 win over this Amsterdam team when he had an interception on the goal line with less than a minute to go and ran it back for a touchdown. The handoff, faked. Kittner stepping up and throwing towards the end zone. Going up and pulling it down for the touchdown, Ravel Martin.
That was a great individual play by both Kirk Kittner, seeing the whole field, because Ravel Martin was not one of his team's featured receivers. And then a great play by Martin, who's caught a number of those jump ball type catches this season for touchdowns. His 13th touchdown catch of the season in just 11 games so far.
Chris Snyder on to attempt the extra point. Well, we told you it was a high-powered Amsterdam offense. Leading offense in NFLEurope goes why. 1 possession, 1 score, and they've got the lead as we begin World Bowl 13 here in Dusseldorf.
So in conclusion, we chose the high road and we shifted our paradigm. We bolstered sales to an all-time high increase and leveraged our core equities. That's what I call strategilution. Thank you.
Watching athletes do their job is just more fun. Drink Pepsi and play the GoPro sweepstakes. You could win a chance to see the World Series, Daytona 500, and more. Drink Pepsi. Go Pro.
Hey, DW, how about this baby? Wow, a 55 Chevy. I used to race one of these.
1955. That was 50 years ago when Aaron's opened its first store.
Aaron's? This car? Me? The classics just keep getting better with age.
Come into Aaron's for this brand new RCA HD TV widescreen at the guaranteed lowest price with no credit check.
Hey, Mikey, can I have the keys?
DW, this is one dream machine I can let you drive.
Ooh, boogity, boogity, boogity.
World Bowl 13 on Fox is brought to you by Pepsi. It's the Cola. And by Aaron's. Aaron's makes dreams come true with dream prices on dream products. Well, a dream beginning to World Bowl 13 for the Amsterdam Admirals. They take the opening possession and march it down the field, ending up in a touchdown and a 7-0 lead. Ravel Martin showing you his size advantage right there, using all 6'4", maybe a little bit more to go up and get that one.
No, he's a big target. And Kurt Kittner there had an excellent series, but Ravel Martin is one of those kids that is a poster child for this league. Never played a lot of football. Didn't play at all in San Diego last year. Cut out of football, and he's gotten a chance to get back into it this season.
And the kickoff will be taken by Jermaine Mays at the 2-yard line. Mays drops right at the 24. And so Berlin will take over for the first time this afternoon, down by 7.
This is the FBI's Violent Crimes Unit. If the nightmare is real, the case is theirs. Critics call The Inside riveting. 2-part Silence of the Lambs and a pinch of 7. It's the one new network drama worth watching.
He wants them to suffer.
See an all-new episode of The Inside. Wednesday at 9/8 Central on Fox. Pure discretion advised.
I just got Verizon DSL service instead of cable, and I'm glad I got it.
It's $29.95 a month for Verizon.
I mean, what is that? It's $1 a day.
They doubled the speed, and the price stayed the same.
Verizon DSL is so fast, it's like lightning.
The DSL thing has got me flying.
Verizon Online DSL is twice as fast as before, and it includes MSN Premium, something you don't get with Adelphia.
Now you get pop-up blockers,
Firewall, an antivirus thing.
and parental controls.
Parental controls, that's huge.
It's still just $29.95 a month. Adelphia is $42.95 a month. That's $13 more a month than Verizon.
I'm loving it. I'm saving a ton of money.
They give me all this stuff, and it's inexpensive. $29.95 per month.
Plus, when you call 1-888-353-5375 now, you'll get a wireless router and modem in one, so everyone can be online at home at the same time.
I had a lot of choices.
But I wanted Verizon DSL.
So call 1-888-353-5375 today.
It's definitely a no-brainer.
You're watching Fox 53, where Pittsburgh gets its news an hour earlier.
Live from Pocono, NASCAR's elite battle as the chase for the Cup heats up. Tomorrow, Nextel Cup Racing on Fox.
Hey, take a look at this touchdown throw by Kittner. It's a bootleg. He comes out. 3 receivers all going to be covered coming across here. But he keeps his play alive. Watch this. He comes inside the defensive end right here. He sees that they're covered right here. Boom, boom. Nowhere to go with the ball, but quarterback play is about decision-making and good vision. And then sometimes you just got to trust the receivers. And when you get a Ravel Martin at 6'5" with a big wingspan, it's just alley-oop. It's NBA basketball right there. Go up there and put it in the rim.
Now we'll see if Berlin can rebound then.
All right.
They start with 4 wide receivers. I try.
Yeah.
Just outside the 25, Dave Ragone, the lefty, and it's knocked away by Jeff Sanchez. Good play by the Admiral DB. Well, Ragone has been Mr. Everything in NFLEurope this season, leading all quarterbacks in quarterback rating, attempts, completion percentage, yards, touchdowns through the fewest interceptions, and of course in the all-important category had the most wins. Named the offensive MVP of NFLEurope for 2005. Little John Flowers from the New York Jets with a short pickup. And this Berlin Thunder offensive line had 3 players make the All-NFL-Europe team. The center Ben Claxton and the 2 guys on the right side, Ellington and Pape. And we should note, as you take a look at these, you see the little team logos right below? Those are the NFL teams that these players are currently under contract with, being sent over here to NFLEurope to get a little spring football action rather than sitting around and lifting weights. Here's Ragone.
Oh, he's got Robert Red.
Robert Red, and he dropped it.
Oh, they had a great play on. They had a natural pick on the outside, and Red was wide open and free, and Ragone delivered a beautiful throw. Watch this. Going to have a little cross route right here, and Robert Red is wide open. Red is one of those guys that's just finally getting a chance to play after being injured and sent home, and Ragone knows that he's got to just stay poised, give him a pat on the back when he comes to the sideline. He's going to need him throughout the rest of the game.
Brian Simjonovsky gets the punt off. Latavius Cash being backed up at his 24-yard line. Good open field tackle there by James Thornton. Each team has had the ball once here in World Bowl 13. So far, it's been Amsterdam, but now they'll get a second shot at it.
If heat lamps have this much power over little animated circle people, you can just imagine what they do to your hamburger. You with me? Do cravings right. Do classic hamburgers made hot and juicy fresh, right when you order them. Do Wendy's. Do what tastes right.
NFL Network is great, but I've got some programming ideas for them. Tom Coughlin's Good Time Comedy Hour. Show starts at 8. Don't be late.
I smell Emmy. Big game hunting with Tori Big Game Holt.
I might watch that.
Hello, Green Acres?
The Bill Cowher Power Hour.
Excuse me.
A little comedy, a little weightlifting.
Now that's quality television.
Way over here in Dusseldorf, Germany, the folks are welcoming those of us with Fox Sports, I think.
Yeah, that's the welcome flag right there. It's homemade.
Joe Buck, did he do that one for us?
Yeah, Joe over here, man. We're doing the National Game of the Week here.
Well, when he's in Germany, he has to take the K off and put an I on it. Translation.
I don't think Joe's German is up to snuff.
Amsterdam takes over second possession of the game. Kittner. All kinds of time. Wide open, John Booth, but he threw it too high. There's a penalty marker down again.
Well, there was a collision down the field. Receivers and defensive backs ran into each other. Amsterdam, as you can see, is not afraid to throw the ball deep off pretty good play-action fakes.
Offensive pass interference, number 88.
That'll be on the tight end, Jon Schnee.
Half the distance to the goal.
Schnee, one of those national players from Sweden, the tight end here.
Played his college ball at Tennessee Chattanooga, so he's got a little bit of experience.
Yep.
Coming here to Amsterdam to play for the Admirals for the second straight year.
Well, one of the reasons why we're playing games over here, Kurt, for the last 13 years is trying to develop younger international players that will go over and play in college and eventually, hopefully, become NFL caliber players. And they're getting close to that.
After the penalty, Amsterdam backed up to the 14. The pitch to Jarrett Payton. Payton got around the corner, picked up 6 yards.
We mentioned that Amsterdam is going to rotate running backs. Payton will get this second series here, and then we'll see Joseph Smith, who is the second leading rusher in this league. See right here, watch Amsterdam here. They're just going to push this thing and push this here, and Payton's just going to run really to daylight. Got a good block on the corner here. Payton a lot like his dad in that he'll get upfield, drop the shoulder, draw a little blood, take a few colors with him, bounce up off the ground and want to go do it again.
Here he is again on second down, getting a chance, bouncing around and doesn't get far. Picked up maybe a yard on the play, and Peyton, a member of the Tennessee Titans, you see the logo on his helmet. But, you know, you try and compare him to his father, totally different players, and totally different bodies, really, when you look at him. Jared, much bigger.
You see that he's wearing number 33. You say, well, why isn't he wearing his dad's number 34? Well, he went to Tennessee this year, and Earl Campbell wore 34 for the Oilers, former team of the Tennessee Titans, and they retired that number. So he said, I want to go find my own number and develop my own number, and I think he's beginning to do that over here.
On third down, Kittner sidearms. That one is thrown short and incomplete. Jack Hunt had a chance to pick it off, but couldn't grab it.
That was great coverage by Berlin on that play because Kittner had a long time to survey the field. That'll make that defensive coordinator, Jim Tomsula, feel a little better, shutting them down in the second series. That's a character right there, Jim Tomsula. He's going to be a head coach in this league, if not a coach in the NFL, real soon. Real passionate guy about the game. Constantly finding new ways to teach and
playing everything
to energize the game.
Here's Ryan Dutton, the punter, booting this one. Robert Red going to grab it at the 39-yard line, and Red spins free, but not for long as he's wrapped up. Will actually lose a couple of yards on the play.
Well, that good defensive series by Berlin will now give this offense of Berlin good field position to work with. That man, Rick Lance, in his first year as a head coach last year with Berlin, won the World Bowl. Former Marine, coached with guys like Howard Schnellenberger at Miami, at Louisville, coached at University of Virginia with George Welsh.
Coached some pretty good linebackers there.
Yeah, coached
Jamie Sharper, James Farrier.
He says he wants a percentage of those bonuses those guys have been racking up in the NFL.
All coaches want, you get. Berlin begins at the 37. Ragone brought down for the sack. Clint Mitchell, first sack of the ball game.
Clint Mitchell just comes around the outside, beat Tony Pape on the play. And here's Clint Mitchell right here on a short corner. Just pushes Pape. Pape, who's been a good player, an all-world league player this season, played every single offensive snap for Berlin. Just got pushed by the former University of Florida Gator.
So Ragone will work from the shotgun. Hands it off to Little John Flowers, and Flowers gets nothing. Greg Carruthers on the tackle, and this Amsterdam defense showing up big early, but the secondary is showing up big all season long. B.J. Tucker, part of the Orange Crush defense, leading NFLEurope in interceptions with 5. This secondary had 19 overall, and remember, this is just a 10-game season.
It's no accident. These are the best corners in the league. Sanchez and Tucker, along with Ron Israel, who's right here in the slot. This is the best 3 corners, I think, in the game over here in Europe this spring.
Berlin needs the 47. Lofting it up, and Terrence Stubbs, the intended receiver, incomplete as he was being covered by Ron Israel.
And Ron Israel, again, I mean, they ran that little pick on the outside, both receivers trying to rub on each other, and Ron Israel was right. Watch this. Here it is. Israel just stays right in his hip pocket. He looks when Terrence Stubbs looks, gives him a little push, knocks him down. It's a sticky coverage. 2 series in a row by Amsterdam.
And 2 3-and-outs for the Berlin offense.
Well, it's clear that Amsterdam on the outside wants to really challenge these receivers of Berlin.
Simjanowski with a high kick. Atavius Cash never signaled for the fair catch. It was lowered right after he got it. So Amsterdam will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, this is World Bowl 13, the championship game of NFLEurope, and we mentioned 26 players, or 26 different teams represented in today's game. And you can see the team that sent the most over here, as usual, the Kansas City Chiefs. They have 6 players in today's ball game, followed by Seattle, Carolina, the Colts, and the Steelers. But several teams have 1 or 2 players in the ball game today,
including that Rich Scanlon, who we've been kind of following here so far this afternoon at linebacker for Berlin.
Jonathan Smith now in at tailback on first down for Amsterdam. They try and throw it up. John Booth second effort, pulls it in. Good catch by Boone, and a gain of 25.
Well, that's not unlike an NFL play that you see on Sunday in the fall. I mean, just a great individual concentration by Booth. Kittner really has a lot of time here. Great job by this offensive line. Kittner, a long time, throws it up. Jermaine Mays, who's a former wide receiver from the University of Minnesota, converted a defensive back a couple of years ago by the Minnesota Vikings. He's got his hands on the ball, but Booth stayed with it. Booth, a member of the Kansas City Chiefs, getting some time over here.
Admirals at the 50. Kittner. Another completion, this time to his tight end, Mike Gomez, right out near that first down marker. Kittner with a sharp start to this game.
Yeah, you know, and any quarterback that gets off to a good start, he gets good protection. He allows them to get comfortable. Watch this offensive line up front. Setterstrom at center. Ulis Booker right down here at the bottom does a great job against Kaplan. Kittner, I mean, he hasn't been touched yet.
Chad Setterstrom, a member of the New Orleans Saints, who made the All-NFL-Europe team. And Amsterdam picked up the first down on a gain of 10. Jonathan Smith, his first carry. Smith will gain 4 yards on the play. Darrell Lee with the tackle. You mentioned earlier that Smith and Jared Payton, this is a regular rotation for this team, and it's worked out well for both guys.
Well, you know, Jonathan Smith, we've been mentioning Kansas City, is from the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs sent him over here. They said, just go tear it up over there. You'll be great. And you know what he said? It wasn't like that. He said, it's been tough. He's been hit. He's been smacked around. He said it wasn't nearly as easy, although he ended up the second leading rusher in this league.
They fake it to him this time. Kittner, well protected again, and underthrows this one, and luckily for him, it's batted down. Jermaine Mays was right there in front of his intended receiver, Carlos Perez.
A lot of play action here from Amsterdam. And how unusual. It's not unusual, Kurt. A team that leads the league in rushing is going to use the fake of the run in order to play action pass, get linebackers to bite. And Kurt Kittner knows that he underthrew the receiver in that play, too. Good camel work by our guys over here working. A lot of guys from Holland here sent a video. Been covering this game a long time over here.
Kittner on third down from the shotgun, needing the 30. And that was just run too short to get to John Booth. He had no chance as he was going down to make the catch.
I think right here, Kurt, this spot in the field, might want to just consider Canone for. Here's the old bunch formation right here. Booth is running what they call an arrow route. Take the cornerback out and then come back in.
So Chris Snyder will come on to attempt a 50-yard field goal. Now in NFLEurope, this is worth 4 points. Any field goal of 50 yards or more.
Like he was squinting to see the goalpost.
And that's blocked. He won't even get anywhere close to it.
I think he was saying, well, that's a long field goal. Yeah. But how often do you see that, though? Long field goals get blocked because the trajectory to get the ball that far is low. Well, trajectory, but I could get even the answer and say the hyperbole. Lower, yeah. Pretty good snap, hold. Yeah, right in the middle of that line of Berlin.
Scott, the spot of the kick over here on this side is all the way over.
Looks like maybe big Dante Ellington.
Yeah, I think it was Dante Ellington, the right guard. It was Dante Ellington.
6'6", 363 pounds. I think he just leaned on a couple of guys.
Well, he did. He leaned and he pushed, and Dante Ellington back here for a second season. It's a good story. Played on the World Bowl champion team for Berlin a year ago. Back here for a second year, getting more repetition.
And lined up at right guard as Berlin takes over, Little John Flowers. Couple of moves, and Flowers has running room. Scott Conant brings him down to the 31. There's a penalty marker back in the Berlin backfield, however.
And he cut right off the block by Dante Ellington, who was back at his right guard spot after blocking that field goal and leveled the outside linebacker.
Holding, offense, number 89, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So we'll all come back. Holding penalty on the tight end, Klaus Allen.
Well, here's Allen right here. And then getting Ellington out here. That's the hold on the edge against Clint Mitchell. Good call, took him down. Klaus Allen and You hear that name, you go, that doesn't sound like an American name. It is. He's from Sweden. He's their long snapper, short snapper. He's also their tight end. They've been beset by injuries. They've lost both tight ends this season. Ben Moore along with John Freezer. So Allen now lining up the tight end for us.
Here's Ragone. Scrambling. Well, you heard how that one ended.
Well, you heard it because he's wearing a microphone, and they just battered that microphone.
Second sack by this Amsterdam defense.
Take a listen to Dave Ragone's bones rattling around on this hit. That's how ribs get bruised and shoulders get dislocated.
To bring up a second and long situation.
Over the ball. Snap it!
Here's Ragone from the shotgun. Pump fake. And there's sack number 3 this time. Is Josh Mallard doing the deed?
Well, you know, Berlin's going backwards because Amsterdam right now is throwing blanket coverage. I mean, just sticky coverage on all the receivers. Look at him here. There's Israel right there. You see Massey right here. Little combination man zone right there. And so Ragone has been in a lot of third and long situations, which no quarterback can be successful in.
Needs to get it all the way to the 50-yard line for the first down here. Throws it too high. Michael Jennings can't pull it down, and it's incomplete. And a very good series for the Amsterdam defense. They pick up a couple of sacks. They've now got 3 in this ball game, and you got to wonder a little bit. You take a look at it. Amsterdam, the team favorite right now, they had only 2 sacks in 10 games, or 16 sacks, pardon me, in 10 games, less than 2 a game, and today they've already got 3.
Well, it's early, Kurt, and, you know, Berlin has been a slow-starting team all year, and Dave Ragone is a smart guy, and he'll figure some of this out as the game goes on.
Here's Simpsonovsky. Lavelle Martin will watch that bounce. Did it hit an Amsterdam player?
You got spot.
Well, Sam Massey was down there. And I think Berlin thought that it hit one of his jerseys. Hit his jersey. Scott Green is going to get on top
Ball
of
was
it.
never touched by the receivers. First touching.
So the ball will be dead where Berlin picked it up, right about the 37-yard line. Take another look.
Please reset the game clock to 6
Sam Massey is in the orange jersey.
6 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, first touch is by Berlin.
Yep. So it doesn't matter what happens after that.
Yep. Good call. You know, there's no instant replay over here, but Scott Green, who is going to be a referee in the NFL this year, made a good call, quick call, settled that issue.
Well, this is where this league is good, not only developing players, but officials and coaches, broadcasters, all around good for everyone.
Most of the officials in the NFL have been over here doing games at one time or another over the last 13 years.
Here's Kurt Kittner on first down. He zips that one out to Mike Gomez, and Gomez will be brought down after the short 4-yard gain, but that'll be the final play of the opening quarter here at World Bowl 13. A good start for the Amsterdam Admirals. Strong offensive play on the opening possession and good defense after that. They lead it 7-0.
Ooh, that is live. That is live. Ooh, that is live.
So you better take Daddy over to Best Buy.
More. Buy more. Get more. More. Reward Zone at Best Buy. Live from Pocono, NASCAR's elite battle as the chase for the Cup heats up. Tomorrow, Nextel Cup Racing on Fox.
I just got Verizon DSL service instead of cable, and I'm glad I got it.
$29.95 a month for Verizon.
I mean, what is that? It's $1 a day.
They doubled the speed, and the price stayed the same.
The Verizon DSL is so fast, it's like lightning.
The DSL thing has got me flying.
Verizon Online DSL is twice as fast as before, and it includes MSN Premium, something you don't get with Adelphia.
Now you get pop-up blockers,
firewall, an antivirus thing,
and parental controls.
Parental controls, that's huge.
It's still just $29.95 a month. Adelphia is $42.95 a month. That's $13 more a month than Verizon.
I'm loving it. I'm saving a ton of money.
To give me all this stuff, and it's inexpensive. $29.95 per month.
Plus, when you call 1-888-353-5375 now, you'll get a wireless router and modem in one, so everyone can be online at home at the same time.
I had a lot of choices.
But I wanted Verizon DSL.
So call 1-888-353-5375 today.
It's definitely a no-brainer.
Frasier, one of the classic comedies, weeknights at 6:30 right here on Fox 53.
Ready for the start of the second quarter in the championship game of NFL Europe. World Bowl 13 and the Amsterdam Admirals scored on the opening possession and hold on to a 7-0 lead, in large part because their defense held Berlin without a first down that entire first quarter. And so now the Amsterdam offense takes over at the 45-yard line. And movement before the ball was snapped.
False start. Number 65, offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Well, that's on Andy King, the left guard. King spent a couple of years with the St. Louis Rams, in and out of that lineup, and is back over here in NFL Europe trying to get an opportunity to get back to the National Football League.
This is a retractable roof here at LTU Arena in Dusseldorf, just newly opened this year. They opened that roof here since the start of the game. Got sunny outside in Dusseldorf, and they said, let's play it outdoors, and that's where we're at now.
Like a convertible, you let the top down on the good day. Kurt Kittner off the play fake, over to Jonathan Smith, and Smith's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. Well, NFL Europe, we talked about the opportunities that it provides. It also provides a lot of coaches a chance to find out just what they have in their players. And one of the coaches who is a big supporter of NFL Europe joins us on the phone right now, Mike Sherman, head coach of the Green Bay Packers. And first of all, Coach Sherman, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Well, it seems as though every year we can go down the list. This year you had Scott McBrien, last year J.T. O'Sullivan, the year before Craig Nall. I mean, you send the quarterback over to NFL Europe. Why do you think it's so important for those guys to come over here and play in the spring?
Well, you know, there's really no substitute for the game experience that they can get over there. You know, we have these mini camps over here, which are good for us, but to put a guy in a game and be involved in a live 2-minute situation and to be able to handle all the aspects that come up in a game, certainly there's no substitute or replication of that during the offseason. So NFLE gives us that opportunity.
Coach, you allocated 18 players over here this year, which is the most this season in NFL Europe. Any guys that you know, you're especially looking forward to seeing over here this year out of that 18?
Well, we study during the course of our off season and their season. We look at all the game tapes of all those guys, and it just gives us a chance to get further evaluation as well as develop players, but further evaluation on players. Some players we feel very strongly about, some players we don't know enough about, and that gives us a chance to evaluate them further. But we study those tapes and then decide whether we're going to bring them to camp or not. Both, as you said, both our quarterbacks were over there at one time. We've had a lot of players throughout the history of the NFLE have played over there for us and have played with us and been good players. So it's a big part of our program.
Yeah, some teams send guys over here, Coach, to try and find backups. I mean, you've had guys like Marco Rivera, Joe Andruzzi, you know, Bill Schrader, even Nate Wayne, guys on both sides of the ball that have been key contributors to you during your runs to division titles.
No question. And Colin Jenkins was a kid last year that didn't make, necessarily wasn't going to make our roster at the beginning of the season, but we ended up sending him over there. And 2 years ago, and then he did a great job, and then he made our roster last year. So it's been a great learning experience for our guys, and also from us as coaches to be able to evaluate them further.
Coach, a question for all football fans out there watching today, and I'm sure a soundbite that made you smile this week. Brett Favre came out and said that he wants to play for not just maybe 1 year, maybe many more years. And I'm sure that having him around and hearing from that is just music to your ears.
Well, I always have approached it with Brett, and he with me as well, that would take it 1 year at a time. And, Brett feels that if he can keep competing at the level he competes at, it represents him and the way he wants to be represented, he's going to keep playing. And certainly last year was an excellent year for him. He played very well and certainly shows no diminishing skills going into his 15th season in the National Football League. So I think he'll play as long as he can continue to play at his level, and we continue to win and keep him enthused about playing football.
Well, Coach Sherman, we appreciate you taking the time here on a June Saturday afternoon to join us and talk about the NFL-Europe League and your Green Bay Packer team. Good luck to you. We look forward to seeing you in training camp.
Okay, guys.
All right, that's Mike Sherman, head coach of the Green Bay Packers. And we've mentioned the players that he has had play in NFL-Europe and go back and provide big-time contributions to his Packer squad. And Berlin taking over deep in their own territory. That run on second down by Laurent Marcelline.
Talk about Brett Favre coming back there in Green Bay. They lost both starting guards that have protected Brett a long time. Mike Wall signed a free agent contract. He's gone. And then Marco Rivera, who played in this league, only signed a $9 million signing bonus contract with the Dallas Cowboys this year. A guy that plays the game with a lot of heart, played it with heart over here as well, and went on to a long, fruitful career in the NFL.
Third down for the Thunder. They need the 17. Ragone under pressure, lost the football. It's still loose. And Amsterdam may have recovered this. And they did.
Well, you know what? Amsterdam is covering well. They're pressuring Ragone. And Ragone, who's only thrown 2 interceptions all season, is holding the ball right now too long, trying to make the right throw. The clock in his head right here has got to speed up right now. I mean, right now, you got to think, get out the back door. Go find room to run. Holding up ball right now is allowing these guys, Amari Hand right there, to get to him. Now the scramble drill is on. Linemen got to do a better job of coming up with the free ball.
Amsterdam, a quarter of the number of sacks they had in 10 games, and we haven't even played a half. Quick pass, batted in the air, and caught on the rebound. Mike Gomez with the touchdown.
Everything is going the Admirals' way, including that end zone right there where Gomez caught the touchdown. Berlin kind of looking around saying, how did that ball get through all of our hands and into Gomez's hands?
Turning the turnover into points. Here's Chris Snyder. And the Amsterdam Admirals go up by 2 touchdowns on the defending World Bowl champion Berlin Thunder. The fans are loving it. It's 14-0 Admirals.
Chevy's proud to be the #1 selling passenger car brand in America. We have the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. And 9 cars with at least 30 highway miles per gallon. We've always broken the rules. Now we're rewriting them. Introducing for the first time ever, the Chevy employee discount for everyone. You pay what we pay, not a cent more. Chevy, an American revolution.
World Bowl 13 on Fox is brought to you by Chevy. The new Chevrolet's an American revolution.
Well, they're celebrating outside the stadium before the game because Amsterdam right here has got double covered against Gomez, the tight end. But watch Scanlon here in the middle. He gets his hands on it. Just can't pull it in. He knows it, too. Had a chance for interception right here. Field level right here is how Kittner looks at. Nice loft on the ball into traffic. Gomez has a 6'5", got his hands on it off the tip, and Amsterdam commanding early 14-0 lead.
Here's Jermaine Mays from the 2-yard line. Mays going to be stuffed at the 24 by Derek Ballard. Long faces already on the Berlin sideline, but there's still plenty of time to go.
The
The Red Sox battle the Cubs for the first time ever in the regular season. Fox Saturday Baseball. Today, check local listings.
I just got Verizon DSL service instead of cable, and I'm glad I got it.
It's $29.95 a month for Verizon.
I mean, what is that? It's $1 a day.
They doubled the speed, and the price stayed the same.
The Verizon DSL is so fast, it's like lightning.
The DSL thing has got me flying.
Verizon Online DSL is twice as fast as before, and it includes MSN Premium, something you don't get with Adelphia.
Now you get pop-up blockers,
Firewall, an antivirus thing.
and parental controls.
Parental controls, that's huge.
It's still just $29.95 a month. Adelphia is $42.95 a month. That's $13 more a month than Verizon.
I'm loving it. I'm saving a ton of money.
They give me all this stuff, and it's inexpensive. $29.95 per month.
Plus, when you call 1-888-353-5375 now, you'll get a wireless router and modem in one, so everyone can be online at home at the same time.
I had a lot of choices.
But I wanted Verizon DSL.
So call 1-888-353-5375 today.
It's definitely a no-brainer.
Don't just dream about a career in patisserie and baking. Do it. The Le Cordon Bleu Patisserie and Baking program at Pennsylvania Culinary Institute can prepare you for the fun and exciting career you've always wanted. So don't just dream about it, do it.
Call now for a free brochure. Operators are standing by. Call toll-free 866-522-CHEF. That's 866-522-2433. Call now.
You're watching Fox 53, where Pittsburgh gets its news an hour earlier.
Well, the Berlin Thunder are the defending World Bowl champions here in NFL Europe. They've won 3 of the last 4, but find themselves in a big hole today, still looking for their first down of the ball game. Here's Little John Flowers. And Flowers will pick up about 7 yards on the run.
You know, Kurt, when you're down 14-0 and you fumble the ball and your quarterback's getting hit and you're dropping passes, sometimes you just got to go back to the basics. You know, they've got a good offensive line here. And sometimes, you know, you just got to go, let these guys go play. Let them just go lean on some people, come off the ball, get the running game going. Usually good things happen when you get the running game going.
On 30! On 30, cut!
They fake it. We're going. Scrambling again, pulls it down, slides, will be short of the first down.
But he's slick. This is a guy that really hadn't learned how to slide. We saw him earlier this year. You know, he fumbled the ball on one time when he was indecisive, slide, not slide. And he says, you know, I want to leave any yards on the field, but you've got to protect yourself, live another day. In the NFL, if you don't learn how to slide, you don't stay underneath the center playing quarterback real long.
Right 44! Right 44!
Thunder needs just over a yard here.
Good hole. Good hole.
And it's blocked up, though. Scott Connick, the safety, got in there and met Little John Flowers right about the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they mark it.
You're right, Kurt. That Scott Connick came up and delivered a great blow and shut down a big hole. I tell you, this Connick is a big safety. Watch Connick here. There he is. Watch him come right into here and plug this thing up. Boom. What you want from your safety is hit. That's what you want first. You want a guy to come up and make a statement. He just plugged that hole. Remember we talked to him yesterday, Kurt? He walked in the door like, that's a safety?
Well, we were wondering, put on another 10, 15 pounds, it'll definitely be a linebacker. 6'3", and right now he says he's down to 206. He's lost about 10 pounds over here. You can see he stopped the first down by that much.
Tempting, isn't it, Kurt? Right here. I mean, down 14-0, World Bowls. You're tempting to go for it. Even this deep in your territory, and Berlin is going to go for it.
Well, the Thunder needing something positive to happen.
Well, they haven't gotten a first down. No, so they got to make a play for it right now. Quarterback sneak would be a good move.
And it's a full yard they need. Or, pardon me, just a full length of the chain, I meant to say. Here we go. Ragone goes forward. It's all bottled up. And this is going to be close.
Where are they going to mark this thing? Looks like they're marking. They had to get it to the 35-yard line. And it looks short of the 35 from here. And I think Amsterdam knows it.
And that is short of the 35-yard line.
Kurt, we're a long ways up here in LCU Arena, and I haven't really done a lot of football over the last few months, but my eyes say this thing is going to be short. You're going to see an eruption from Amsterdam when it is.
And it is. And so Berlin still doesn't have a first down. Amsterdam's defense comes through yet again with another big play in a big moment.
Well, look at him. They've been playing a quarterback sneak there. They've got 5 guys squeezed between the 2 guards and the center, anticipating that move right there. I thought they might try to fake it, like try to draw him off sides, Kurt. Maybe a hard count, something like that, and then punt it.
Amsterdam took over on the 12-yard line last possession and scored in one play. This time, they're at the 35. Jared Payton back in the game. Payton sets it up. And Payton will pick up about 7 yards on the run. All right, so now the challenge is on this Berlin defense right now.
Well, that's Scanlon's job right there. You know, I mean, they've been put in a tough position, but good defenses, good leaders find a way to get the ball back to the offense. It's championship football. That's what you're looking for. And this total domination right now by Amsterdam early in this game.
Admiral spread it out. Payton alone in the backfield. They fake it to him. That's to the tight end, Young's knee, and he falls forward for another Amsterdam first. Well, before this series got going, Jim Tomsula, Berlin defensive coordinator, tried to get his defense going.
We want them to throw the ball short and outside. That's where we want them to throw the football. Everybody got me? All right. You ready?
Well, he got what he wanted on the last play, but it wasn't short enough. Amsterdam picked up the first. Payton. Good job by Berlin that time, stretching him out. Adrian Mays knocked him out of bounds.
A good hit by Adrian Mays, too. Jared Payton likes that, though. I mean, Jared Payton is a competitor. I mean, he wants to be hit. He wants to hit. Good job here of just pulling the line, just getting everybody to the outside. Payton's looking for that corner to try to turn. Adrian Mays never let him. They strung that out to the outside. You heard Tom Sula say, we want to get him, make him throw it to the outside. We also want to make him run it to the outside, not let those backs make that cut to go north-south.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10. Kittner under pressure. Pulls it down and runs with it. Kittner stumbling down inside the 15-yard line. Going to be a near first down, turning a potential sack into a big game.
Berlin came after Kittner. They brought 2 extra defenders. So they brought 6, which is all you can bring over here. They bring 6 guys. Watch. Here they come off the corner here. There's Scanlon. There goes Mays right there. And all Tom Sula told us yesterday is that when we send 6, we got to hit the quarterback. And that means not letting him get out of the pocket like he did there.
That may be the first time we've seen pressure on Kittner all day.
Yeah, and he reacted well to it. Found a good outlet.
Needs to get him to the 12 for the first year. And that one's dropped. In and out of the hands of Ravel Martin.
The only time Kittner's missed today is when his receivers have dropped. It's a good throw. Now Ravel Martin is 6'5". He's got to be able to go down and catch the low balls like that. Not everything could be a jump ball right in his eyesight.
Here's Chris Snyder, the Houston Texan. Missed one today from 50 yards out. This will be an attempt from 32 away. And this time it's up and through. Another turnover. More points for Amsterdam. This time they convert on a field goal from 32 yards away and extend the lead to 17-0. Well, tomorrow NASCAR on Fox returns with Nextel Cup Racing presented by Subway from Pocono, as defending champion Jimmy Johnson looks to extend his lead in the driver's standings and defend his title against the world's best drivers. NASCAR Racing from Pocono tomorrow at 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific in high definition, only on Fox.
Look at my man Biffle there. I think Biffle, to me, is one of those guys just coming out of nowhere. I mean, he's like the Carolina Panthers were 2 years ago, Kurt. Nobody knew Biffle before this year. I'm following.
Did you know Biffle before this year?
No, I didn't. But,
Stay on
but I'm a
track,
Biffle
guys.
guy. I believe that, you know, when this NASCAR thing all ends this year, that he's going to be up there on top.
Hopefully he's got more horsepower than that.
No, you know, that horse, he needs more than one girl right there trying to hold him back. You know, you got the muzzle on him right there, you know, and then you got the straps over here, and, you know, you got the chains. I mean, there's all kinds of things to try to hold him back, but he wants to get on that field for halftime.
Well, you know, the Belmont's today, maybe he's thinking he should be in New York instead of here.
Yeah, I'd like to see if he can run like those horses do at the Belmont today. The third chapter of the Triple Crown.
Well, this afternoon has been all Amsterdam.
Yeah, they need more horses right now.
Jermaine Mays from the 9. Tripped up by Derek Ballard. So Regone will get another shot at it. And the offensive MVP of NFLEurope has been under duress all afternoon. Already sacked 4 times in this ball game, and he's fumbled once as well. This Amsterdam defense has played maybe its best ball game of the season.
Well, they've been excellent in the secondary, Kurt.
Red 97! Red 97!
That one caught by Michael Jennings, and Jennings is going to be brought down after a gain of 6 by B.J. Tucker.
Well, that's really the strength of Dave Regone, is to get the ball out of his hands. Now, the leading receiver in this league this year is Aaron Boone, and he doesn't have a catch. You know, and so they are covering these receivers. Regone he's going to have to throw it to covered receivers. He's going to have to trust his ability to be accurate with the ball if he's going to complete some of these. Change the plays at the line of scrimmage right now.
Regone lofting it up for Jennings and throws it too far and out of bounds. Well, Dave Regone has been the offensive MVP and really separated himself as quarterback in this league, and a guy who separated himself not only when he was in NFLEurope, but once he got to the National Football League. Kurt Warner, most recently signing with the Arizona Cardinals, and still have a lot of fans. Of course, Warner playing his 1 year in NFLEurope with the Amsterdam Admirals. And Warner joins us right now on the telephone. And, you know, we talked about him being in Arizona. He's not in Arizona. I guess he's back in St. Louis on a golf course. That's how you spend your off-season. How you doing, Kurt?
How you doing, guys? Doing great.
Good, good. Well, you hitting them long today?
Well, you know, I haven't started yet, but normally I don't hit them long and I don't hit them straight. So hopefully today will be an exception.
Well, Kurt, for joining us this afternoon, Marshall Falk told us that he's going to give you a couple extra mulligans. So put those in your back pocket. Use them when you need to.
I will definitely use them, and I'll take as many as they give me.
Kurt, what do you remember about your year here in 1998, playing for the Amsterdam Admirals, Ajax Arena, living in Amsterdam? I mean, good memories of that year, Kurt?
It was an exciting year, and it was fun to get back on the big field, because at that point in time I was coming from arena football, getting back on the big field, and it was fun to be over there with people that were excited about the game of football, but didn't have a complete knowledge of it. And in Amsterdam, it was great. You know, we got about 10,000 people to each game, and they would come before and after the games and cheer us on and talk to us. And they were really excited about the game of football, even though they didn't understand it. So it was fun to be a part of that and to try to bring them along. And you know, now to have them in the World Bowl, and you know, the fans there were tremendous. That I think it's just a great situation, and it was a lot of fun for me.
Well, I know that you've talked about it before, just about the opportunity. You talked about getting back on the big field simply to play football and maybe actually get some attention, because we remember when you went back to St. Louis that year, still a lot of people were wondering whether or not you would even make the team, forget going on to the success you had.
Exactly. It was, yeah, for me it was another opportunity. My wife and I talked about it a number of times and thought, well, if I'm going to get a chance to get back in the NFL, it's going to have to go through NFLEurope. And that really opened a lot of eyes for me to play over there. And so when I went into training camp with the Rams that first year, they already knew what I could do. They already had an idea of how I could play. And that was such a benefit, because if I had not had that, I would have had my back against the wall. I wouldn't have had very many reps. I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I did. And so it was such a blessing to have that chance to play, to get on the field, to show people I could make all the throws, do all the things. And then it really helped me get my foot in the door with the Rams, and it really led to all the success that I had from that point forward.
Kurt, last year when you joined us on the World Bowl, you told us that you were going to New York, you were going there to be a starter, and you did become a starter in New York. But it's another year this year in Arizona right now. Been named the starter already by Denny Green. How excited are you about going out to the desert and playing for the Cardinals right now?
I am so excited about this. You know, last year when I went to New York, it was really more of a quick fix. It was a situation where I needed to get back on the field. I needed to show people that I could play again. But it wasn't the ideal situation for me as far as offense, what really my strengths were. But it allowed me to set myself up for this situation I'm in now in Arizona. And the offense there is very similar to what I did in St. Louis. I think it plays into my strengths. It's going to allow me to make a difference in every single football game that we play in, that I'm going to have a hand in the outcome. And that's really, as a quarterback, where you want to be. That's where I think I thrive the most. And I'm going to be surrounded by some great talent. So I couldn't be more excited about the new situation. I think it's a perfect fit for a lot of different reasons, but I think the potential is there for us to be a very, very good football team.
And I don't think you mind playing the St. Louis Rams twice a year either, so.
No, that's going to be fun. That's going to be exciting to start out the year against the Giants and then against the Rams. It's going to add some excitement to the beginning of the year, and it's going to be very, very fun for me, and playing against a lot of old friends and a lot of teammates, but we definitely want to win those games.
All right, Kurt, congratulations once again on your new opportunity down there in Arizona, and good luck today on the golf course. Hit them long, hit them straight, and take a couple of bucks from Marshall while you're at it.
Well, I'll do my best, but thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate what you guys are doing over there.
All right, thank you very much. Kurt Warner, member of the 1998 Amsterdam Admirals. Of course, after that went on to tremendous success in the National Football League, and now looking to duplicate that with the Arizona Cardinals.
You know, when Kurt was over here, he never got a chance to play in a World Bowl the way Kurt Kittner is. Never got a chance to play for a championship. They kind of went back, like he had mentioned, a little bit of anonymous. I mean, they knew a little bit about what he could do, but had no idea that he could be a two-time, Super Bowl MVP. Kittner off to a good start here today for Amsterdam. He's been well protected. He spread the ball around. Looks real sharp.
Pitches it out to Jarrett Payton. Payton going to cut it back the other way. Good run by Payton. Only picked up about 6 yards, but he ran all over the field to elude defenders and didn't get tackled in the backfield.
You know, Jarrett Payton told us yesterday. He said that I told my teammates when I went to training camp at Tampa that when we go to Amsterdam, we're not leaving Europe without the World Bowl trophy. We're going over there to win a championship, and not many kids get that opportunity at any level. And right now, really in a good position to be able to do that.
Second down for the Admirals. That one batted in the air, deflected, and almost caught. John Booth dropped it, incomplete.
He almost had a second deflection for a reception today.
It's been that kind of day for the Admirals.
Yeah, things are going right. Ball's going to get tipped right here at the line of scrimmage. I think D'Angelo Lloyd gets the hand on it. Booth got a good hand on this tip. I think he tried to make a move before he really had a good grip on it.
Well, this is a key down for this Berlin defense. On third down, they need to stop Amsterdam before the 32. From the shotgun, Kittner has to bring it down, and he is brought down. First sack of the day for Berlin, and the first 3 and out for Amsterdam. Couldn't have come at a better time for Berlin as they try and get something going before halftime.
Yeah, it was a good defensive series, and you can see like the enthusiasm is still up. D'Angelo Lloyd tipped the ball, then gets the sack, so good series for Lloyd.
2-minute warning, guys.
And that'll get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in the first half here of World Bowl 13.
A symptom checker that allows people to isolate the warning signs of an illness and understand what they mean. assessment tools that summarize risks and treatment options to discuss with their physicians. Just some of the features that make WebMD America's most trusted and most visited health site. Recommended by more physicians and relied on by more than 20 million Americans every month. WebMD, America's health site.
In the NFL flag football program, scoring points isn't the only point. Get in on the action with the team starter kit, official jerseys, and year-round support from the NFL. Log on to NFLEuropa.com. The NFL flag football program. It's all fun and games.
Busy halftime coming up for you. A performance by Grammy Award winner Shaggy. Also, we'll go behind the scenes of World Bowl week with video diaries by Berlin wide receiver Aaron Boone and Amsterdam linebacker Greg Carruthers. And, of course, we'll break down the first half for you. That's coming up at halftime of World Bowl 13 here on Fox.
You think those guys right there, Kurt, can tap out a little Shaggy, too?
I think that was Shaggy's backup band.
I can see those guys get through airport security with all that.
Ryan Dutton, short punt. Robert Red comes up and gets it. It'll be good field position for Berlin, right just short of the midfield stripe, and 1:51 left on the clock. All 3 timeouts to work with as Berlin tries to get on the board here before halftime.
Well, this game we're going right now, it's starting when he was with the Houston Texans. He calls all plays in a 2-minute drill. He loves it. Now, maybe if he has a successful drive, they'll let him call all the plays the rest of the day. But he's been good in this phase of the game this season.
You can see the first 5 drives, absolutely nothing going for Berlin. They did pick up their first down on the last possession. So maybe that'll get them cranking. We're will work from the shotgun.
Look at the coverage by Amsterdam, right up on top of every receiver.
We're lofting it up for Red. Robert Red made the adjustment and the catch. Good job by Red on a gain of 28.
Well, they finally got that route. They've run it 3 times today, where it's just a change route, just a cross route right here. Red got a little bit of separation on the pick, great concentration on the play, good coverage by Amsterdam, but a good throw and catch beat it.
Ball at the 22-yard line. Ragone throwing it up. Terrence Stubbs lays out, but he couldn't get it inbound.
Wow, what a great throw and catch, though. I mean, inches separate that play from a touchdown. But all of a sudden, Berlin, with the play calling of Ragone by himself here, gets aggressive with the play call.
Ooh. It's a good call. He had to put up in the air. Ragone barking out the signals. Hands it off to Little John Flowers. Big hole. Flowers down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards and another Berlin first down. So this is back-to-back series. They're able to start cranking it out. This Berlin offense looking as good as it has all day.
Well, they can't settle here for a field goal, Kurt. They've got to get this ball in the end zone. A touchdown here before the end of the first half would give them such a lift going into the locker room. A couple good defensive stops in the last few series, and then a good series by offense.
They still have all 3 timeouts to work with. Ragone stepping up. Caught Aaron Boone, but he didn't get in. Touchdown! I guess he did. There's a penalty marker down on the play as well. One official said he was out at the 1. Another signaled touchdown, and now they'll discuss it.
Well, that's his favorite receiver, Aaron Boone. Led this league in receptions. Hadn't caught a ball all afternoon, and now Boone just spikes the ball.
Illegal hands to the face. Number 25, defense. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
So he did get into the end zone, and the penalty is turned down after the touchdown by Aaron Boone.
Well, right now, I would let Dave Ragone call the play, because that's the best play calling and the best execution of play calling by Berlin all afternoon. Finally got the ball to his best target in Boone.
Here's Kevin Miller. And the Seahawk kicker gets it through And the Berlin Thunder break through on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon and pull a little closer before the break.
Yeah, watch Aaron Boone right here at the bottom. He's going to run a little stop and go here. Little fade. Little boom. Threw the ball up high. Aaron Boone, who's tall at about 6'2.5", 6'3". He knew he got in. Nice throw, though. Good touch. Pretty good coverage by Sanchez, but a good throw beat it. Good protection this time for Ragone. A lot of time to look at it. Left-handers like to go left with the ball. More natural for him. That got the Thunder crowd waving the flag.
And remember, it started with the defense coming up with a big stop on that last possession by Amsterdam on offense.
You know, Aaron Boone, not only did he lead this league in receiving, he also led this league in special team tackles. And here he is right now. I mean, that'd be a heck of a double. What? They go catch a touchdown pass, your first catch, and then go down and make a tackle on the kickoff team. One of those guys, I remember Coach Landry when I was in Dallas, Tom Landry, sometimes would say you just got to be a football player. And Aaron Boone is just a football player. You could play him at a lot of different positions. He'd make tackles, he'd make catches, he'd block for you. You know, you could play special teams.
Miller boots it. Jeff Sanchez.
Here's Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone just made that tackle.
Multitasking.
Well, you know, I mean, he was listening to it. But, you know, you got to watch him creep because he's the safety Kurt. He's not allowed. His job is to make sure nobody scores a touchdown. But watch him creeping here. See, now watch him. He's going to start crouching, and he's going to start looking for a hole. Where's the hole? Where's the back coming out of? See, he's getting in a hitting position right here. He gets down out. That makes a tackle. He's a good football player right there.
Boone going back to training camp with the Carolina Panthers. His second year here in NFLEurope. Last year was with Chicago, but got injured in training camp and did make the squad. Amsterdam starts at the 30. Jonathan Smith will be stopped by D'Angelo Lloyd. He'll pick up 3.
The entire frame of mind of the Berlin Thunder has changed. Everybody's up on the sidelines. Everybody's up right now. They got a little pep in the step. This is a team that has won a lot of close games. Oh, excuse me, in fact, they beat Amsterdam in week 5 on an interception at the end of the game. Won 100 yards on an interception return and iced the game with about 20 seconds to go.
That's the end of the first
Well, it was a good start for Kurt Kittner and the Amsterdam offense, but Aaron Boone and Berlin bounced back just before halftime, scoring a touchdown on their last possession to cut it down to a 10-point game here at intermission of World Bowl 13. Looks like it's going to be a good second half. Amsterdam, the #1 offense in the league. Berlin, the #2 offense in the league. And looks like they're ready to go. 2 more quarters to go here in Dusseldorf.
Since 1959, Bellevue has been home to Fred Dees Floral. Not only flowers, but also to an assortment of gifts and collectibles. We do custom silks, fresh arrangements, and specialty baskets. At Fred Dees Floral, we also feature a wide selection of pottery and candles. If you're looking for the unique, come see our line of Jacqueline Kent dolls, antiques, Boyd's Fairs, and Blue Mountain art cards. Fred Dees Floral is only 10 minutes from downtown. We take the best of the old and the new and put them together.
Hi, I'm Jenna from Survivor. How would you like the opportunity to be discovered? We're looking for women who are confident, articulate, and intelligent, as well as beautiful, for the first annual Model Challenge USA to be held right here in Pittsburgh. To sign up, just visit Chit Chat, your authorized cricket dealer, and their Market Square location. And log on to modelchallengeusa.com for more details. Why settle for just 15 minutes of fame? Model Challenge USA is presented by WB22 and Cricket. Stop counting, go Cricket.
I've always been a people person, and the fastest way to do it was with Western Schools, a 2-year associate degree. My degree really has given me a good start here in the medical field. I already have a job at Temple University Medical Center Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. I would recommend Western School to any of my friends. It gives you a good degree in a short period of time and can an exceptional future.
Medical careers are booming. Be part of it. Call the Western School today.
Announcing Child Space in USA Baby's Shop Till You Drop sale. Huge savings on our overwhelming selection of baby and big kids furniture. Hundreds of cribs, strollers, high chairs, and car seats. Save on bunks, dressers, desks, and accessories for your children from cradle to college. When it comes to your children's furniture, one store has it all. USA Baby and Child Space. But hurry, our Shop Till You Drop sale ends soon. In Pittsburgh, located in the North Hills, on Babcock Boulevard near McKnight Road. Call 412-931-5111.
Friends, Frasier, Seinfeld. Comedy that's classic every weeknight starting at 6 on Fox 53.
Amsterdam up 10 at halftime of the championship game of NFLEurope World Bowl 13. And performing on the field, Grammy winner Shaggy with his new hit, Summertime. If your name is Shaggy, are you ever allowed to get a haircut? We'll be back with more from Dusseldorf, Germany, right after this word from your local Fox station.
I didn't kill that man, Michael. The evidence says you did. I was set up. Swear to me. I swear to you, Michael. I'm getting you out of here. It's impossible. Not if you design the place it isn't.
Hold down your weapon!
They come at me, John. Coming after you. I doubt it.
What is it about this case the Secret Service is so interested in?
The man killed the vice president's brother. Getting outside these walls, that's just the beginning. Trust me, I'm not here on vacation. They just don't know it yet.
Prison Break.
I know what you're doing.
Coming
Amsterdam up 17-7 here at halftime of World Bowl 13. The Admirals came out of the gate and scored the first 17 points of the ball game. But with less than a minute to go in the first half, Dave Ragone and the Berlin Thunder found a way to answer. And it's 17-7 at the break.
Live from Pocono, NASCAR's elite battle as the chase for the Cup heats up. Tomorrow, Nextel Cup Racing on Fox.
Look at me, I'm Alan Cox. And I'm Albie Oxenrider. We want you to come with us to see the Pirates play Chicago in Chicago. All you need to do is watch Friends all next week at 7 on Fox 53 for the Pirates Player of the Day and look at my highlights. Then listen to the Alan Cox Radio Show on the X at 105.9 the next morning. Know the Player of the Day and you can win. You'll get round-trip airfare on Southwest Airlines, now serving Pittsburgh. I wish Whip could go. He's hot. It's a Pirates Flyaway with me, Albie Oxenrider, and Alan Cox.
I just got Verizon DSL service instead of cable, and I'm glad I got it.
It's $29.95 a month for Verizon.
I mean, what is that? It's $1 a day.
They doubled the speed, and the price stayed the same.
Verizon DSL is so fast, it's like lightning.
The DSL thing has got me flying.
Verizon Online DSL is twice as fast as before, and it includes MSN Premium, something you don't get with Adelphia.
Now, you get pop-up blockers,
Firewall, an antivirus thing.
and parental controls.
Parental controls, that's huge.
It's still just $29.95 a month. Adelphia is $42.95 a month. That's $13 more a month than Verizon.
I'm loving it. I'm saving a ton of money.
They give me all this stuff, and it's inexpensive. $29.95 per month.
Plus, when you call 1-888-353-5375 now, you'll get a wireless router and modem in one, so everyone can be online at home at the same time.
I had a lot of choices.
But I want Verizon DSL.
So call 1-888-353-5375 today.
It's definitely a no-brainer.
There are criminals on the street. Who's going to stop them? There are innocent people out there. Who's going to protect them? You can. The Criminal Justice Program at Western School can prepare you for a career in corporate security, private security, or corrections. Make the call. Protect us all.
Call now for a free brochure. Operators are standing by. Call toll-free 800-333-6607. 800-333-6607 now.
Pittsburgh's news at your time. Get it all at the right time for you. The Fox 53 10 o'clock news. Pittsburgh's news an hour earlier.
Ready to start the second half of this championship game here in NFL Europe. World Bowl 13, Kurt Menefee, along with Brian Baldinger and Baldy Berlin, came in defending champion with the offensive MVP in their quarterback, Dave Ragone, but really in the first half, it was the other quarterback that was the star.
Well, can you say flawless? Because that's what Kurt Kittner and really all of Amsterdam has been in the first half. I thought that Kittner really found his targets early, got this jump ball touchdown pass to Ravel Martin. Another one here, a tough ball to Mike Gomez. You know, and he's just been good. I mean, he's been scrambling, running for first downs, buying time, taking care of the football. He's come out here very, very sharp. He's been well protected, but really Berlin is a second-half team, and they have been all year. So I think that the fact that they scored at the end of the first half gave them some momentum, and we'll come out and see how they start this third quarter, because this is where they can get right back into the game with a good series to start this third quarter.
Berlin scored with less than a minute to go in the first half, and they'll get the ball here to start the second. That's Jermaine Mays. Knocked out of bounds just shy of the 29-yard line. Penalty marker down on the play.
To make this call, Dave Ragone is thinking about how we're going to get on the board again to start the third quarter. Ragone is a good leader. He's a bright guy. He really understands the game. In fact, his backup quarterback in Houston, Tony Banks, said Dave's only problem is he overthinks the game, but I think that's a good thing, especially at this level right now. He's got everybody attentive right now. I'm sure he's been pumping guys up in the locker room at halftime. Things that worked, things that didn't work. This is where the adjustments come into play. David Porter, the left tackle, making sure he gets the right snap count.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, that's the way to start the third quarter, the right snap count.
Just shy of the 30-yard line. 4 wide receivers in for Berlin. We're going. Throws that one out to Aaron Boone, and Boone falls forward for a pickup of 5 yards, maybe.
But, you know, everybody always talks about adjustments at halftime. Berlin came out already. They're in a no-huddle offense. Watch this. They run into motion here to a little bunch formation, and then Aaron Boone's going to come right in the middle here. Make this catch. New formation, new motion, something Amsterdam hasn't seen.
Well, they've seen too much of this today. That's the 5th sack by this Amsterdam defense, 2nd of the day by Clint Mitchell.
Clint Mitchell is a guy that has a big, tall frame with a wide wingspan. 6'7". Played at the University of Florida. You know, his brother is the center for the Carolina Panthers, won a Super Bowl ring with Baltimore a few years ago.
Jeff Mitchell on 3rd down, needing the 40. Boone slips away and gets the 1st down. Good effort by Aaron Boone because Jeff Sanchez had him stopped a little bit short, and Sanchez still slow to get up.
But, you know, when your star players get held in check in the first half, it's time to a wake-up call. Aaron Boone here, the favorite target of Dave Ragone, jumped and leaped on that 3rd down to get enough for that 1st down.
Berlin going without a huddle, this time getting it out to Terrence Stubbs, and Stubbs will get out to the 47-yard line.
Remember, at the end of the first half, Dave Ragone went to two-minute drill, and he said he loves that. He practices it and talks about it all the time in Houston. He calls his own plays, and he's doing it right now. He's going no huddle here, not allowing Amsterdam to really shuffle in players, trying to speed up the rhythm of the game here.
Hands it off to Little John Flowers, and Flowers going to be dropped in the backfield for a little loss of about a yard by Greg Carruthers. But when you get in the no-huddle situation and seem to get in a rhythm, is it more about what you're doing offensively or not allowing the defense to do what it wants to do?
Well, it's a combination, Kurt. You know, the defense starts to get a little bit tired because they're not resting. They're up there watching, making sure that they're ready when the ball snaps. And then, you know, you just disrupt the rhythm.
We're going on 3rd down. Quick pass caught by Aaron Boone and then dropped. It's incomplete.
Aaron Boone's too good for that. I mean, he's been too dependable of a receiver to drop a key 3rd down and to stall that drive.
And Jeff Sanchez still having trouble. He's been limping ever since he made the tackle on Boone earlier in the series. Octavius Cash back to take the punt from Brian Simjonovsky. Back Berlin up just a little bit more.
False start, number 53, kicking team, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Andre Somerset, the Indianapolis Colts. There's a look at Bart Andrus in his 5th year with the Amsterdam Admirals. We mentioned earlier he's the coach of the year in NFLEuropa, but this is his first winning season in those 5 years.
You know, he coached with the Tennessee Titans. He was the quarterback coach when Tennessee lost to the St. Louis Rams in 2000. That's how he got Jared Payton here. He called Floyd Peters at Tennessee and said, you know, you mind sending a Payton? We like the kid.
Good kick by Simjonovsky. Not too good, in fact. Puts that one all the way into the end zone. And so Berlin unable to take advantage of what looks to be a good drive before the big drop here in the 3rd quarter.
Ooh, that is live. That is live. Ooh, that is live.
So you better take Daddy over to Best Buy.
Animation domination will protect and serve.
Peter Griffin, certified CPR. Don't anyone panic.
Never fear, an all-new Family Guy is here.
You know, I don't think he's hurt. I'll get to you in a moment, sir.
Then, summer is safe.
Stay away from my hummingbird, Peter. You're not a hummingbird.
Because an all-new American Dad's got your back covered.
I think I'm fully strapped.
There might be some room left in the vast wasteland.
Nope, occupado.
All new episodes start at 9/8 Central tomorrow on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
This is the FBI's Violent Crimes Unit. If the nightmare is real, the case is theirs. Critics call The Inside riveting. 2-part Silence of the Lambs and a pinch of 7. It's the one new network drama worth watching.
He wants them to suffer.
See an all-new episode of The Inside. Wednesday at 9/8 Central on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
You've made Hell's Kitchen Monday's #1 new show.
I'm just trying to do the job.
Yeah, you're trying to do nothing. And this week, one contestant will do the unthinkable, standing up to Chef Ramsay.
What did you just say? Just say it louder. Come here, you. Come here.
And it's the worst decision they'll ever make.
Bang. How about enough?
Get out of Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen, all new at 9/8 Central, Fox, Monday.
It's all been building up to the Shield's most powerful season finale ever.
Shots fired.
Only one thing is certain. This episode will be somebody's last.
Do you ever think about how it's all going to end up for you?
The Shield season finale next week, only on FX.
World Bowl 13 on Fox is brought to you by Best Buy. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours. And by Wendy's Classic Hamburgers. Do what tastes right. From the LTU Arena in Dusseldorf, Germany, it's the championship game of NFLEurope World Bowl 13. Amsterdam on top 17-7 of the defending champion Berlin Thunder. I'm Kurt Menefee along with Brian Baldninger as Amsterdam takes over for the first time here in the second half at the 20-yard line. Jonathan Smith will fall forward for a gain of about 2 yards on the play. Darrell Lee with the tackle.
Really, both defenses have played well here this afternoon. I mean, nobody really jumped out in the first half offensively. I mean, Kurt Kittner was pretty hot, threw for over 100 yards. But really, I mean, this is the leading rushing team in the league. And that guy, Rick Scanlon, and this Berlin Thunder defense done a good job of shutting down a pretty good running game.
Remember, 10 of Amsterdam's points came on possessions that started deep in Berlin territory after turnover. Here's Kittner. Has time, going deep, looking for Booth. John Booth makes the catch, falling down. He's whistled down at the 24-yard line. But a good catch, good concentration by Booth. A gain of 54 yards.
Well, that's John Booth today. You know, he already caught one tip ball, almost caught a second one, and this one here looked like the ball was juggled. Kittner going deep, though, airs it out, shows his arm. Booth beating the corner here, or the safety, Adrian Mays. I say it all the time on Sundays in the NFL in the fall, Kurt, how you play the ball in the air. Deep balls sometimes decide ball games, and right now, Amsterdam is winning with the deep ball. Made a couple of them here today.
First down from the Berlin 24. Jonathan Smith through a hole, and Smith will pick up 6 more. There's Booth, a member of the Kansas City Chiefs. Already over 100 yards today for Booth. 4 catches, 103 yards.
From Nazarene College, Kurt. I mean, a lot of small school guys getting a chance to make that transition to the big league.
Good run by Smith. Into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs, John Booth got him down there, and the Kansas City Chiefs, Jonathan Smith got him into the end zone.
Good burst by Smith on that play, though. Really up the middle, and he's a short guy, but he's got good power. And really, the 2 big plays back-to-back by Booth and then Smith, you know, just ignited this Amsterdam offense. Big plays today have really decided this game thus far.
Here's Chris Snyder with the extra point. And Amsterdam scored on its first possession of the ball game. They do the same thing to start the second half. 24-7, Admirals on top.
Stuck in a rut.
Maybe you should stop going to the same old place over and over and over and over again. Do lunch right. Do classic hamburgers made hot and juicy fresh, right when you order them. Do Wendy's. Do what tastes right.
The Red Sox battle the Cubs for the first time ever in the regular season. Fox Saturday Baseball. Today, check local listings.
I just got Verizon DSL service instead of cable, and I'm glad I got it.
It's $29.95 a month for Verizon.
I mean, what is that? It's $1 a day.
They doubled the speed, and the price stayed the same.
The Verizon DSL is so fast, it's like lightning.
The DSL thing has got me flying.
Verizon Online DSL is twice as fast as before, and it includes MSN Premium, something you don't get with Adelphia.
Now you get pop-up blockers,
Firewall, an antivirus thing.
and parental controls.
Parental controls, that's huge.
It's still just $29.95 a month. Adelphia is $42.95 a month. That's $13 more a month than Verizon.
I'm loving it. I'm saving a ton of money.
They give me all this stuff, and it's inexpensive. $29.95 per month.
Plus, when you call 1-888-353-5375 now, you'll get a wireless router and modem in one, so everyone can be online at home at the same time.
I had a lot of choices.
But I wanted Verizon DSL.
So call 1-888-353-5375 today.
It's definitely a no-brainer.
You're watching Fox 53, where Pittsburgh gets its weather an hour earlier.
Well, this is just a good play by the offensive line. You get double teams here. You pick off Winston Taylor right there. Then you get a block on the outside by Atavius Cash. Gets inside the force. And then you see the power, really, of Joseph Smith there, just running through the safety. Here it is from what we call the end zone shot. Good cut by Joseph Smith. That's what you want to see in the back in the open field. Just one cut, make the move, not dance, and then have the nose for the end zone like that.
Well, Jonathan Smith's touchdown extends the lead back to 17 points for Amsterdam, as Berlin will take the kickoff. Deep in the hole again. Jermaine Mays. And he is brought down at about the 35-yard line. And I tell you what, if you think the Jonathan Smith was happy after scoring that touchdown, and the Amsterdam Admirals were, imagine how the guy between us feels. He's the general manager, president, he's all-around grand poobah of the Kansas City Chiefs. Carl Peterson, he joins us right now. Well, Jonathan Smith is your guy. And also John Booth, who had the 54-yard reception. So he must have been celebrating all the way up to the booth.
I thought you guys scripted this.
We did.
My time to step in, right?
I hate to say that, Carl. Sometimes it is scripted. But I know you feel good about your players over here this year, Carl. We got 6 of them in the game here today.
Yeah.
You know, guys have been making a name for themselves, not just this year, but over the years. And you're a guy that believes in this league, and you benefited as a result.
We have. You know, in the 13 years of this league, we put in about 130 players. And we've ended up with about 50 of them making our team. And we've had, I think, 18 starters and 3 Pro Bowlers. So we believe in the NFLEurope League without any question.
And I think that's probably the amazing thing is a lot of teams wonder whether or not they can get productive players out of here or just backups. And you've shown that you can get guys who play, not only play, but play at the elite level for you.
Absolutely. I think the coaching and the playing and the whole aspect of it has improved every single year. And you guys do such a magnificent job of highlighting that. But these guys down on the field, they're planning ahead for their careers, and it is ahead of them, particularly those that are improving.
Carl, why do you think some teams don't support the league, quite like the Kansas City Chiefs do, when you can really say, you know, the type of success that you've had?
Well, I think sometimes they just haven't really researched it and want to make their players or younger players better. But we have to, because with the salary cap, you can only have so many high-priced guys. You've got to have the guys at the last half of the roster that have got to make plays and so forth. Here's a great player for us a few years ago, Mike Meslowski.
Well, we're taking a look at several of them. Gary Still's another guy who's done well for you. And, of course, everyone knows Dante Hall and Brian Waters, who made the Pro Bowl this year as well. And Aaron Boone makes the catch down to about the 40-yard line. You've got a good player here. We've talked about a couple of guys, Rich Scanlon on defense. But on this Amsterdam defense, a guy who had a big hit earlier in this ball game, Scott Conant, a huge safety who looks like he has an opportunity maybe to go back and help out this year.
He does. He played on our developmental squad and then got active the last few games. South Dakota State, John Booth from Mid-America Nazarene College. We don't care where
you
we
went and
find him.
scouted him,
Coach
didn't you?
wanted him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl,
Not far from Kansas City.
Your safety, Scott Conant, is from Spencer, Nebraska. He played 8-man football. I mean, this guy is almost all new to him. And to some of these guys, I mean, you've had guys that make position changes, like Brian Waters played a different position in college than he does at left guard now for you. Mike Meslowski played a different position when he was at school at a little small school in Wisconsin. So a lot of times, guys that are making that transition, they need that type of experience here.
You know this. Players have to play, and you can't duplicate this even in practice, even in preseason in the National Football League. This is for real. This is timed. This is under pressure. It's a place where players do establish themselves, and obviously we're going to continue to support this league tremendously well.
Carl, who back in Kansas City watches these tapes, studies the players, and watches the development week to week for you guys?
Well, it starts with Bill Kuharek, our Vice President of Pro Personnel, and then his assistants, Jim Kreiner, that used to be in this league. Then every one of our coaches, I want them to look at the video of their players at their positions.
Here's Ragone scrambling. Cuts it back over to the middle. Robert Red with a good move after the catch. And he'll pick up a first down for the Berlin Thunder.
Dave Ragone really pacing that time, really using his feet to get outside the pocket and scanning the whole field. You know, teams back in the States right now going through mini camps, Carl, they don't get this type of, you know, the live feel that you get from playing right now. Being able to see the field the way Dave Ragone did on that key third down play.
They don't. And we actually scheduled the last half of our OTAs, if you will, coaching sessions, and our mini camp for next week, so that even our NFLEuropa Bowl participants will be there to participate. But this is the stuff that for the last 10 weeks that's really made a difference in their careers, and it'll make a difference going forward, whether they're with us or whether with somebody else in the National Football League.
All right, Berlin calls the timeout, and we will take one as well. We appreciate you joining us here, Carl Peterson, and your support of NFLEuropa. Back with more right after this.
This summer on Fox, Brandon and Brody had it all. Money, women, and the keys to a $40 million estate. There's just one problem. Go, go, go. Daddy's pulling the plug.
You have to put a stop to it. This has gone too far.
David Foster, superstar record producer,
Oh, trying to make a record here.
is kicking his kids out of the mansion unless they start earning their keep.
I'm going to find some real cool ways to make some money.
Like renting out their father's private recording studio to gangsta rappers.
Who told you could use the studio?
Brody.
Man,
you know what,
man.
Brody?
I don't rent my studio out.
And if you think this scheme's priceless,
You are on my property.
they're just getting started.
Brandon!
The Princes of Malibu, a new series this July on Fox. Fox Tuesday. This California mom can handle Cajun country. But can she survive the Bayou Brat?
That's your last warning. I don't get jack squat.
Trading Spouses. Meet your new mommy at 8, 7 Central, Fox Tuesday.
Fox tonight. What happens when a bad guy rips off this shiny new ride?
Get off that bike!
The Claw, no hands on cops. Then you can help solve this 19-year-old murder mystery. America's Most Wanted. It all starts at 8, 7 Central tonight on Fox.
Introducing the Extra Points credit card from the National Football League. It's a new way to live your NFL dreams.
Two defensive linemen that block here.
You can get closer to your team and the game you love, and turn your dreams into reality. NFL Extra Points. Log on to NFL.com/extra points today and find out how to make your NFL dreams come true.
Midway through the third quarter here in the championship game of NFLEurope, it's World Bowl 13, and the Berlin Thunder have the ball just outside the 25-yard line, trying to inch a bit closer to an Amsterdam squad that has really dominated this game on both sides of the football from the start.
I'm looking down there at Berlin here during the holding the action, and this team is ready to go play it down. I mean, they're all lined up in position. All they need is a snap, and they're ready to play.
They've got a first down and 4 wide receivers. Dave Ragone pumped it. He got it, then lost it up. Aaron Boone, the intended receiver, but it's too far and out of bounds.
And that's why it was out of bounds. I mean, Ragone was on his Ragone that time.
Is that what it's
throw.
called?
Yeah, it's the backside is the Ragone.
And remember, Jeff Sanchez has been limping around. He's slow to get up.
Dave Ragone planted that time.
And
Good competitor, though.
Yeah. He's had a better second and third quarter here, his play has been stopped because Sanchez can't get up to get off the field.
You know, sometimes you find out a lot about a player when you're behind. And, you know, you're fighting to get back in the game, to win the game. And, you know, if you ever question anybody over here why they're here because they're competitors. And most of them just miss playing the game. And it's good to get back and feel like Carl Peterson said, these guys got to play. Nothing replaces the skill of playing the game.
Well, we're going to mention just that to us. Remember, he was a third-round draft pick out of Louisville by the Houston Texans back in 2003. And since then, he did get to start 2 games in his rookie year because of injuries, but mostly has been holding a clipboard.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're the third-round draft pick and you're playing behind a guy like David Carr that was the first pick in the draft, how do you get your shot unless somebody gets hurt? I mean, Dave Ragone is going to be around this league for a long time. You know, when he becomes a starter, that's up to injury situation, contract situation, but he's going to go back a much more poised and confident player.
And the Texans will have more confidence in his abilities after having seen him play over here as well. It'll bring up second down. Ragone. That one almost picked off. Derek Ballard got between Ragone and Little John Flowers. As they said, it's incomplete.
You know, Dave Ragone set a record this year for the lowest interception percentage by a quarterback over here ever. And there's been so many great quarterbacks over here. Kurt Warner and Jake Delhomme and Brad Johnson. His is lower, but sometimes you're a little bit lucky. You know, guys drop pass and they tip balls sometimes. They get intercepted, and then they haven't this year for him. So he's had some breaks go his way to get that record.
He'll work from the shotgun here on third down. Meeting the 16-yard line. Going for that and more towards the end zone. Hugo Lira, the intended receiver. It's no good. Lira blanketed by Sam Massey.
Really not a very good series here, you know, in the last 3 plays. Hugo Lira down here on the outside. You look at the coverage here. I mean, Sam Massey is running the route better than Lira is.
So Kevin Miller, the Seattle Seahawk, will come on to attempt one from 43 yards out. And that one will not curve in. Well, a bad finish to a series that looked good at the start for Berlin. Well, NFL Europe League action is currently what you're watching here on Fox, but as soon as we are done, we've got Major League Baseball action coming your way. This international style, that American style, but you know what? Somewhere along the way, the two merge together, don't they?
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Jag bryr mig inte om att komma tillbaka. Kannustaa kotijoukkuetta. Easy Björn Kemal. För det är en fast.
Sorry, after the end takes over.
Well, take me out to the ball game. Yeah, take me out to the ball game. Get me to the ball game. That's what they should have been saying. Get me back to this game.
How we do, and Jonathan Smith had to run.
Yeah, the American game in Europe. Getting close to Independence Day in the United States.
You got big plans, big barbecue?
Yeah.
You're inviting everybody who's watching the game over to your place?
I'm going over to Kenny Albert's house.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, our Special Olympics. Yeah. By a bunch of non-athletes, including myself right now.
Here's Kittner. That one overthrown for Booth, incomplete. Penalty marker down on the play.
Well, what a day for John Booth. You know, we highlight some of the stars and the guys that have made a big name for themselves over here. And how many times in big games, like in the Super Bowl game this year,
offside,
Deion Branch becomes the MVP of the game.
Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Well, Booth was the guy, he was the 4th receiver as far as numbers go for the Amsterdam Admirals this year. Not 1, 2, 3, number 4, but he has been huge today over the 100-yard mark.
Well, what you've seen from him is just really sharp concentration and focus, and that's what you want from players in big games. You don't want the game to be too big for them. think too hard about it. You just want to let it come to him, and got some tip balls, some deep balls.
Kittner stepping up and completing that one. And down at midfield is Ravel Martin, but he picks up the Amsterdam first down.
But watch this. Watch Ravel Martin find the soft spot of the zone, Kurt. You know, the zone, when the ball snaps, expands. But watch this hole right in here. Nice little soft spot. Ravel Martin, a big target, kind of finds it. There it is. Boom. Nobody around him. Little triangle of defenders, but a big target for Kittner to find.
Ball just across midfield. Jonathan Smith. And Smith brought down by Adrian Mays after a pickup of 6 yards.
You know, Smith scored that last touchdown, and on his bicep he has ingrained in tattoo so quick, so fast. And if you're going to be 5'9", I told him 5'8" yesterday. He jumped on me. Oh, he said, "Yeah, no, I'm not 5. I'm 5'9". You know, all short guys, all short guys always fight for that extra inch, you know. But 5'9", but you know, but he's busted. He's strong. He's got the pipes, and on that left pipe, so quick, so fast.
And he's proved it today. Here comes the blitz. Kittner just got rid of that one. Incomplete.
So you mentioned the blitz by Berlin right there, Kurt. You know, you're down 24-7. Things haven't gone your way. You've lost tip balls offensively. You're not playing like you have. You got to start taking some chances. You got to start trying to disrupt this timing here of Amsterdam. That man, Jim Tomasula, working the gum with the headset on. He knows that. He's got the blitzes on that chart all drawn up.
Amsterdam has to cross the 40 for the first. Jonathan Smith does it. First down, Admirals. Rick Scanlon with the tackle. Gain of 9 on the play.
Run right behind Andy King and Uliss Booker over there on the left side. This Andy King might be the best offensive lineman right here in this league. Watch him come up right here, take the linebacker on. Boom. Opens up that hole. That's a good hole on third down. And Andy King at left guard. He was a guy that was hurt in training camp. You know, he's just rounding out into form right now. These last couple of weeks, probably playing his best football today.
Jonathan Smith. A short pickup on the play. Now King playing just his third game at left guard. And, you know, we mentioned earlier that he's the guy with maybe the most experience of any of the offensive linemen here, having been in and out of the lineup for 2 years with the St. Louis Rams. Right now he's a free agent, doesn't have a team that he's under contract with, so he'll have an opportunity to kind of pick and choose once this thing is over tonight.
That was a good St. Louis Rams offensive line.
Berlin coming on the blitz again. Kittner up for Ravel Martin, too far. Led him by that much, too much.
Well, you know, that's how you beat the blitz, is by big plays, and they had him. You got Ravel Martin right here at 6'5". Really no safeties in the field. You call this zero coverage. Runs right by Willie Ford. And Kurt Kittner under pressure just led him a little too far.
And it's been a quiet day for Ravel Martin. Only 2 catches so far in this ball game.
Yeah, but he's got the 1 touchdown, and you know he's caught 6 now in the last 3 weeks.
Needing the 26. Ball tipped in the air, and it falls incomplete. Jamal Brooks, the Cleveland Brown, got a hand on that one.
Kurt Kittner's been well protected though today. I mean, they've blitzed him, they've come after him, they've pressured him, and you know he's had time to throw the deep ball a number of times today. A couple touchdown passes from him in the first half.
There's Robert Red, who's back to take this punt, standing inside his 10-yard line. Ryan Dutton boots it off for Amsterdam. High kick. But it'll roll into the end zone. Final seconds of the third quarter. Dave Ragone hoping to get something going for his Berlin Thunder offense. They scored that 1 touchdown in the final minute of the first half. Looking to do the same at the end of the third quarter and live up to those numbers that earn him the offensive MVP in NFLEurope.
Well, look at it. I mean, you look at a guy like Kurt Warner. I mean, the odd thing here, you look at Kurt, completed 51% of his passes in this league in 1998. He's the all-time completion percentage leader in the history of the National Football League. So, I mean, Dave Ragone's numbers rival anybody that's played over here over the last few years.
Little John Flowers. Good move at the line of scrimmage by Flowers, and he winds up picking up 14 yards.
Well, Berlin needs a spark, and I think that they need to stay with the no huddle, keep the fans in the game right here, keep their hopes alive. One guy that they haven't really gotten the ball too much is Robert Red right here. I think is a talented receiver.
Here's Ragone. Michael Jennings. Short pickup on the play before he's wrestled out of bounds by B.J. Tucker. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Another rough quarter for Berlin. On the scoreboard as Amsterdam put up the only points in the period and hold on 24-7 as we head to the fourth.
Shopping at Aaron's is a dream come true. Aaron's has brand new, brand name merchandise at the guaranteed lowest prices, whether you buy outright or lease to own, which means you'll own it sooner and for less when you shop at Aaron's. There's no credit check either. Do the math. Nobody beats Aaron's. Furniture, electronics, appliances, computers. What's your dream?
Live from Pocono, NASCAR's elite battle as the chase for the Cup heats up. Tomorrow, Nextel Cup Racing on Fox.
When it comes to the quality of our suits, our customers find that we're like a small men's boutique. And it's only when they see the price that we're like a warehouse. Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
You wait for the mayo. You wait for the microwave. Well, lose the weight. Don't wait up late for all your news, weather, and sports. Get your late news first on Fox. The Fox 53 10 o'clock news. Pittsburgh's most watched 10 p.m. news.
Fox 53 is more than TV you love. It's TV you want.
Nothing for you. There's no one better. There's no one greater. Oh, that's great.
Is Yada Yada bad?
Oh, Yada Yada's good. She's very succinct.
Fox 53. It's TV you want, because it makes you laugh.
You're watching Fox 53, where Pittsburgh gets its news an hour earlier.
Final quarter here in Dusseldorf. The Amsterdam Admirals lead the Berlin Thunder 24-7 here in World Bowl 13. As the Berlin Thunder come in, the defending champions of NFLEurope, and looking for their fourth World Bowl title in the last 5 years, but are going to have to do a big comeback here in the final period if they want it to happen this year.
Well, if they're going to come back, you want Dave Ragone engineering the comeback, because he's capable of doing it.
As Terrence Stubbs gets away. And Stubbs takes it into Amsterdam territory before being forced out by Ron Israel. Well, the Berlin Thunder finished the regular season with the best record in NFLEurope at 7-3.
That bunch formation has been a good formation for them. With those three receivers all clustered together. Then you run a combination of routes outside of it.
The ball in Amsterdam territory. Oh. Quick pass, Michael Jennings. And the speedster out of Florida State picks up 13 yards.
You know, this Michael Jennings is a great story. He was a great track athlete at Florida State. His mom bought a ticket to the World Bowl back in training camp in Tampa in March. And I'm like, well, did she know something? And she goes, hey, you know, we better get to the World Bowl. She's coming. I better get there. They're in it, and they need him to be productive. They're going to him right now here. Maybe his mom has something to cheer right there.
And there's a penalty flag on the play. Now, they say he was out of bounds when he caught it, but they may get Jeff Sanchez for pushing him out of bounds.
Well, Michael Jennings, like I said, you know, his mom bought that World Bowl ticket. She was coming whether he was going to be here or not.
That's pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. And there's pressure on Berlin right now, down 17 in the fourth quarter.
Number 20. Ball will be spotted at the spot of the foul. First and goal.
Jeff Sanchez was flagged for the pass interference, and Berlin will take it over at the 10.
Well, here it is. And Sanchez got that left arm. He's fine there. He's fine. But unless they called that left arm kind of pushing him off underneath, the only thing I could see that could be interference. Either way, Berlin needed that break, and they needed the yard.
Here's Rigaud. Out of the backfield. Little John Flowers. Easy touchdown, Berlin.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a late hit to Dave Rigaud at the end of the play.
There's a late flag down.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 44. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Touchdown.
Great series by Dave Rigaud. That no-huddle offense kind of speed up the pace, spread the ball around, got rid of the ball quickly. Berlin has life.
Kevin Miller on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 10. Little John Flowers. His first receiving touchdown of the season. And Little John here, Little John on the sound system. And it all sounds good to the Thunder.
Chevy's proud to be the #1 selling passenger car brand in America. We have the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. And 9 cars with at least 30 highway miles per gallon. We've always broken the rules. Now we're rewriting them. Introducing for the first time ever, the Chevy employee discount for everyone. You pay what we pay, not a cent more. Chevy, an American revolution.
Fox Monday, when Nanny 911 faces a mom who's an ex-nanny. It's gonna be a showdown.
I'd fire ya.
Nanny 911. Then, Gordon Ramsay's trying to turn these amateurs into professional cooks.
If the kind of crap he serves to your sick rabbit.
Critics are just eating up Hell's Kitchen. It's a guilty pleasure, and Ramsay's abuse will make you laugh out loud.
I thought cold water was supposed to boil faster than hot water.
What? Hell's Kitchen, all new. It all starts at 8, 7 Central, Fox Monday.
In 1986, they were the best of friends. By 2005, one will be murdered. All will be suspects.
This is Holland. I'd like to ask you some questions.
What kind of questions?
The kind that go back 20 years.
This fall, unravel a 20-year mystery in one season. Every episode, a new year.
Haven't you ever had a secret?
Reunion. Unravel the mystery this fall on Fox.
What the creator of American Idol did for singing, he's about to do for dance. Like Idol, we'll start with a nationwide search. Then only the best will move on in the summer's hottest competition. Some will find the beat. Some will not. Get ready for the good, the bad, and the completely bizarre. So You Think You Can Dance, coming this July to Fox.
World Bowl 13 on Fox is brought to you by Chevy, the new Chevrolets and American Revolution, and by WebMD, America's health sites. Here in Germany, Dusseldorf, just off the Altstadt, or the Old City. We're in the LTU Arena where the Amsterdam Admirals are holding on to a 24-14 lead. Touchdown to just 10 after that last touchdown by Little John Flowers, the New York Jets, and a good series by Dave Rigaud, the quarterback. Now it's up to Berlin's defense to get a stop. Kevin Miller kicks that one through the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm thinking back to maybe a lot of fans in the United States, the last big game they watched was the Super Bowl game. I can't help but think, in that game, the Eagles were down 24-14 in the fourth quarter to the Patriots. You know, they took a long time with the clock. You know, and I think Dave Rigaud understands clock management. And what they need right now is a defensive stop. They need Rich Scalen down there on the field taking control of that huddle, and they need one of those strikeouts. You know, it's just 3 plays and out. Because football is a game of emotion and it's a game of momentum. And Berlin has a chance to get that going in their favor.
Amsterdam takes over at the 20. Jarrett Payton. Well, there's strike one. This stop right at the line of scrimmage. Winston Taylor with the tackle.
No time for Amsterdam to be conservative, to start celebrating anything like that. They've got to continue to be aggressive, and what they've done today is they haven't been afraid to throw the deep ball. Bart Andrews has done a good job mixing up the plays. We'll see if he continues to stay aggressive here on second down.
No gain on the first down, so it's 2nd and 10. The pitch to Payton. Gets through the line of scrimmage and going to be out there near another first down, and you can hear how excited Jarrett Payton is, and he told us, that's just him.
Yeah, well, he said he gets excited about everything in life, and you get the offensive line out front. You get Ben Archibald there picking off Scanlon right there. That's the guy you got to block. You got to block the middle linebacker, and Ben Archibald, who's probably going to be a pro guard more than a tackle, did a great job of leading that sweep there. He's with the New Orleans Saints. He got out front, picked off the linebacker, and Payton got about 10 yards on the play.
Here's Payton again. Cuts it the other way. Jarrett Payton with a stiff arm. It's a good run after contact as he gets down to the 46-yard line on 14 yards on the run.
But watch this replay. Anybody that remembers Walter Payton, and I think everybody that watches football does, they remember this right here. This stiff arm right there. Pushing guys off him. I mean, it's just like his dad. And he said that he still can hear his dad's whistle. His dad used to whistle from atop the press box, climb on top of a press box, and he'd whistle at his son to get his attention, and then he'd tell him what he wants him to do, to settle down, calm down, pick things up. That he still hears that whistle from his dad. I think he remembers that stiff arm from him.
Here's Jarrett Payton again. This time will be hit at the line of scrimmage and fall forward for about a yard on the play. Oh, he talked about Walter Payton. Everyone knows how special Sweetness was, and his son is certainly that same type of leader. May not be the same type of runner, and certainly not putting up the same type of professional stats at this stage of his career, but he's a guy that his teammates all believe in, and like his dad, his teammates all love. Don't stop.
Well, his dad was Sweetness, and he did. He just had a fun way to live his life, and Jarrett is doing the same thing. I mean, he enjoys life.
Kicker going deep for Ravel Martin. He goes up and catches it. Martin with another big reception, only his 3rd catch of the day, but he's gone up and hauled it in just about each time, and this time it's good for 41.
Watch the block by Jarrett Payton right here. I mean, he just took Winston Taylor under the chin and just lifted him up. Ravel Martin, who led this league in touchdown receptions. We talked about his size, his reach, won that Jim Ball against the tallest cornerback of Berlin, Willie Ford.
Gives Amsterdam the ball at the 14-yard line.
And watch him go to Ravel Martin right here at the top. Trying somewhere down.
Instead, it's Jarrett Payton here on first down, picking up 4 yards.
Good 1-2 punch, isn't it? Jarrett Payton, Ravel Martin, the play of Kurt Kittner. The offensive line. This is the #1 offense in this league this year, and they've demonstrated that really from the opening whistle today.
Well, they're #1 because they're so diverse.
Well,
I mean, they led this league by far in rushing, and then Ravel Martin set a record for touchdown receptions. So they can get you a lot of different ways. Here's Jarrett Payton through the hole, and he is popped. Right at the line of scrimmage. Jim Thomas, defensive coordinator for the Thunder, needing his defense to come up with another big stop.
Well, what you want to do is you want to limit this team to a field goal down here, field goal opportunity. You don't want to give up the touchdown. Because if you limit it to a field goal right here, Kurt, you can keep this to a 2-score game. I don't know if you could shut down this offense, though.
On 3rd and 6, Kittner going for Cash, and he's broken up. Michael Harden, the Seahawks, knocks it away. He had Cash open, but put a little bit too much under it, maybe.
They're throwing to the back shoulder here, Kurt. The back shoulder throw is off here. Watch him turn around for this thing. Away from the defender, but really hard. Did a good job staying with it. Getting that right arm over the top to tip it away.
That'll bring on Snyder for the field goal. 18-yard attempt by Snyder. And he puts it through to extend the lead now to 13 points. But Berlin still within reach with 9 minutes left to go here in regulation.
The Red Sox battle the Cubs for the first time ever in the regular season. Fox Saturday Baseball. Today, check local listings.
I just got Verizon DSL service instead of cable, and I'm glad I got it.
It's $29.95 a month for Verizon.
I mean, what is that? It's $1 a day.
They doubled the speed, and the price stayed the same.
The Verizon DSL is so fast, it's like lightning.
The DSL thing has got me flying.
Verizon Online DSL is twice as fast as before, and it includes MSN Premium, something you don't get with Adelphia.
Now you get pop-up blockers,
Firewall, an antivirus thing.
and parental controls.
Parental controls, that's huge.
It's still just $29.95 a month. Adelphia is $42.95 a month. That's $13 more a month than Verizon.
I'm loving it. I'm saving a ton of money.
They give me all this stuff, and it's inexpensive. $29.95 per month.
Plus, when you call 1-888-353-5375 now, you'll get a wireless router and modem in one, so everyone can be online at home at the same time.
I had a lot of choices.
But I wanted Verizon DSL.
So call 1-888-353-5375 today.
Definitely a no-brainer.
Online poker. Experience poker like never before. Play for free. Play to win. Play the world. Join hundreds of thousands of players for the best in online poker. ParadisePoker.com.
Friends, one of the classic comedies, weeknights at 6 and 7, right here on Fox 53.
9:09 left to go here in the fourth quarter of World Bowl 13. The Amsterdam Admirals have led this championship game of NFLEurope from start to finish. They went out to a 17-0 lead. Berlin closed it to 10 just before halftime, but they traded points, traded touchdowns, and after the last Amsterdam field goal, the lead is back up to 13 for the Admirals. There's Snyder to kick it off. Jermaine Mays. And Mays will get nowhere. Josh Buell stopped him right at the 22-yard line. Well, this has been a good day. If you're a fan of football, American style, in Europe. They have come out in big numbers, not only today, but all season long. And it seems as though, you know, they know how to have a party here in the stands, unlike a lot of other places you see. Kind of a soccer-type atmosphere they bring to the games, and they really, really enjoy themselves. And today, a big crowd on hand for this championship game. Over 35,000 in attendance for World Bowl 13.
They buy their ticket. They like to participate.
Here's Ragone out to Little John Flowers, and Flowers will be brought down by Norman Lejeune. Well, we talked about the 35,000 on hand, a good crowd today here at World Bowl 13, but it's really been that way all season long in NFLEurope as the league has set a brand new attendance record, with attendance being up 19% over last year.
I think it's going to continue to grow. Now, you know, they're in a new city of Hamburg, which had a good debut season in their 5 home games.
Here's Terrence Stubbs. He slipped just after he caught that one. Short pickup on the play. Well, this is a good league for kickers. Adam Vinatieri, of course, has really shown what he can do under pressure. David Akers, part of that Super Bowl team from the Philadelphia Eagles last year, and even the Kansas City Chiefs. We talked to Carl Peterson earlier about how much they love this league. They got Lawrence Tynes out of here. And it's just been one after another as Aaron Boone going to get down near that first down marker. And joining us right now on the line to talk about really getting a start in NFLEurope and turning that into NFL success is the kicker from the Philadelphia Eagles, David Akers, part of that Super Bowl team from last season. How you doing, David? All right, well, David, you played with the Berlin Thunder, and right now the Thunder trying to come back as they can put one out to Aaron Boone for another first down. But really talk about the opportunity as a kicker that you got here in NFLEurope to kind of jumpstart your career.
Well, I really did. I had been bouncing around from team to team, and finally the Eagles, the '99 season over there, said, "Hey, go to Europe and see how that works out for you." Things are going great for me all the way up to the last week of the season. I got salmonella food poisoning and spent a week in an East Berlin hospital. What was the East Berlin? Spent a week in that hospital and lost 30 pounds, and it took me a little while to recover from that. But the football aspect of it was very, I think, lucrative to my career because it got me into a situation where it was outside of college. It was a higher rank, a higher level than college football, and it kind of let me just kind of get back in the flow of the game and use my mechanics, since I really hadn't played in a full season since college. So it really helped me out a lot.
David, how does a young guy, a young kicker, a young punter, how does he win the confidence of his team, his coaches, the fans, everybody there, if you never get a chance to kick? If you're just bouncing around the way you did in Washington, a couple other places before Philadelphia?
Well, that's a good question, and a lot of guys are very talented kickers, and I had a lot of confidence in myself. The problem was, trying to get these teams to have confidence in you. So how do you do that? They said they want to see film on you. Well, how do you get film if they don't give you the opportunity to play in a game? So the way you do it is by going and playing in Europe and playing in the other leagues that are around, where you can say, okay, I've played beyond the college level. Now what do you think? You look at guys that are even drafted in our position, and very rarely do they even make it unless they're like a third-round or higher pick. So it's very, very important that we have these other leagues where you can develop, especially in our position, I believe, because so much of it is mental, so much of it is just experience of the situation of the game, because you come out of college and you got all right, well, I had a good career, and I'm just ready to go, kick these balls 6 yards deep in the end zone every time, and it just doesn't happen. And I heard y'all talking about NASCAR a little earlier, and I'm a huge NASCAR fan, and you're talking about Biffle. I mean, he was given an opportunity. He's made the best of that opportunity, and kind of the same way with us. They come up through the Busch Series. We have to go through NFLEurope and, Arena League.
Well, we know you're going to be at the Pocono 500 tomorrow, so we'll let you go so you can get in the car and not have to speed there. All right, David?
That sounds great.
We appreciate you taking the time out. Philadelphia Eagle kicker David Akers, who started with the Berlin Thunder back in 1999. His Thunder right now trying to close the gap a little bit more as they have it down at the 10-yard line, and that pass to Aaron Boone is incomplete.
Well, it's been a good series. We were talking to David Akers, kicker of the Eagles, but it's been a good series for Dave Ragone here. He's going to huddle up here now, give the guys, let them catch their breath. They catch their breath here. They catch their breath from those guys never catch their breath, by the way.
They're never out of breath either, though, because they keep blowing that whistle.
No, they're in the end zone. They're right behind Amsterdam there. They're right behind the defense. And they're trying to just disturb Dave Ragone in this offense right here. That's what Ragone's looking into, just a sea of orange.
Here on third down. He fakes the handoff.
Oh, nice move. Nice
Throws
move.
it into the end zone for the touchdown. Robert Red with the reception.
Oh, nice move by Ragone there to buy time, to elude the defender, and then just to float the ball in for the touchdown.
There's going to be a flag down, probably for excessive celebration afterwards, but Berlin will take it right now. They needed a reason to celebrate.
Well, they've got the reason to celebrate. They're right back in this game. Rick Lance has told us last year and this year, all he wants is for his team to be in a position to win the game at the end of the season, at the end of the game.
On the kickoff.
That will cost him yards on the kickoff, which the coaches won't like, but right now they appreciate, as I said, having a reason to celebrate as they have closed it to a touchdown right now and can get even closer with the extra point. Dave Ragone has thrown his third touchdown of this ball game. Here's Kevin Miller. And with 4:54 left to go in World Bowl 13, it's a 6-point ball game. Dave Ragone and the Thunder trying to come back bit by bit. They're that much closer.
A search engine that delivers unbiased health information so people can make informed decisions. A physician finder that enables them to locate the right doctor for the problem. Just some of the features that make WebMD America's most trusted and most visited health site. A site that's recommended by more physicians and relied on by more than 20 million Americans every month. WebMD, America's health site.
I didn't kill that man, Michael.
The evidence says you did.
I was set up.
Swear to me.
I swear to you, Michael.
Put down your weapon! They come at me, John. Coming after you.
I doubt it.
What is it about this case that the Secret Service is so interested in?
The man killed the vice president's brother. I'm getting you out of here.
It's impossible. Not if you design the place, it isn't. Prison Break.
I know what you're doing.
Coming this fall to Fox.
This summer, the creator of American Idol is taking on the next great talent search to find the best dancer in America. And we guarantee you'll either want to get your groove on or gouge your eyes out. So You Think You Can Dance, coming this July to Fox. Malibu's most eligible bachelors, Brandon and Brody, have it all. But they've never earned a dime.
I want to have a job, I just haven't got around to it yet.
That's because their stepdad is Grammy-winning composer David Foster. And this summer, Dad's had enough.
I'm trying to make a record here.
They don't have jobs. They spend my money and they wreck all my stuff. I'm cutting them off.
Now, to keep this dream life, they'll have to earn their keep.
I'm going to find some real cool ways to make some money.
And each week, their get-rich-quick schemes will be wilder than the last. Like Malibu's first bikini car wash.
What the hell's going on up there?
You better explain this. Put your clothes on, all of you. Look at the lawn.
The Princes of Malibu, a new series this July on Fox.
When a mysterious illness rages out of control,
we have an epidemic. I want the maternity ward shut down.
Will they sacrifice one to save the rest?
You can't come in here.
My baby dying?
An emotional house at 9/8 Central, Fox Tuesday. Live from Pocono, NASCAR's elite battle as the chase for the Cup heats up. Tomorrow, Nextel Cup Racing on Fox.
This is why quarterbacks love to come over to this league. Watch Dave Ragone here. Just a poise to fake out Clint Mitchell there. Keep his eyes on the target. Float the ball right here to Robert Red, who beats Ronnie Israel as he fell down. Look at this. Nice poise. That looks like an NFL. Hey, that's a play from an NFL player right there. You'd see on Sunday, and you'd see on a highlight reel Sunday night.
Robert Red with the touchdown reception. Ragone 7 of 10 on that drive. He's really gotten it going here in the second half. Third touchdown pass of the day for Ragone. The only negative is they got the excessive celebration penalty, so they'll have to kick off from the 15-yard line.
That's a negative, too. That is a costly penalty, as field position is so important.
Kevin Miller.
Good kick, though.
It is. He booms that one. Noriaki Mikashita with the return, and the Japanese nationals going to get Amsterdam good field position at the 41-yard line.
So you're very poised in that call there.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yes, it's it. All right. Well, that's what Rick Lance preaches, slow and steady. And coming up later today, little Fox baseball. Things heating up in all the divisions. My Phillies are getting hot, Kurt.
Getting hot. They've been on fire lately. Climbing all the way to second place in that National League East.
But every time Berlin has made a move to tighten this game up, this Amsterdam offense has answered, and they've delivered.
Here's Kurt Kittner on first down. Under pressure. Hit as he throws. The blitz was coming, and Rick Scanlon got to him to knock him down just as he got rid of the football.
Well, they said yesterday that we're going to blitz. I mean, here's Scanlon right here. He's going to come in. He's going to find his hole. He said, when we blitz we got to hit the quarterback. And that's what you do. Sometimes you don't have to knock the quarterback out. You don't have to knock the ball down. You just want to hit the quarterback. So those hits add up.
On second down. Here comes the blitz again. Jarrett Payton won't get far. Caught at the line of scrimmage. He's fighting his way for a gain of 3 on the play. Reggie Rhodes with the tackle.
Kurt, with under, well, 4.5 minutes to go in this game, this is the most important third down play that Berlin has had all day. Jim Tomsula, the defensive coordinator, knows that. They need to knock this Amsterdam team out right here. Get the ball back. They know it. He's looking at that chart. The fans know it. The players know it. They know how important this is this time of the game.
And Berlin, during the regular season, was the worst third down defense in all of NFL Europe.
And none of that matters right now. None of those statistics matter at all. All that matters is getting off the field here.
Here comes the blitz again. But the whistle was blew before the ball was snapped.
Little movement, I think, by the Amsterdam offense here.
False start, number 82, offense. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Called on Carlos Perez, and it will put Amsterdam in a deeper hole. Jim Tomsula talking to DeMarco Farr, the former St. Louis Ram, who's over here as the linebackers coach now for the Berlin Thunder. Where's everybody over there?
Right, they're all up. They're all up. They know that this is a championship game. There's nobody sitting down in that Berlin sideline. They're up on the sidelines. They're cheering. They're involved in this game.
Amsterdam needing to get it to the midfield stripe. Kittner. Whoa. Hit as he threw that one again, and it'll fall incomplete.
Oh, you know what?
There's a penalty flag down right by Kittner.
Isaac Hilton, the defensive end of Berlin. Personal foul, hit the quarterback late.
Roughing the passer. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Talk about
Hughes. The
Hughes.
quarterback with his helmet.
He hit him in the helmet, which is what the call was for.
Watch Isaac Hilton in here. He's going to beat Ulis Booker inside. He's coming late. He went right to the head, Kurt. I mean, it's the right call. It's unfortunate. He's just trying to make the play. Actually, it looks like he hit him right in the chest, not the helmet. And he sees quarterbacks go down late like that. That was a good individual play by Isaac Hilton, the kid that came out of a dirt poor town in South Carolina, grew up on a dirt street, no stoplight, trying to up his game level of play over here in this league.
But instead of being off the field, it's now a first down in Berlin territory for Amsterdam. Jarrett Payton will lose a couple yards on the run.
But you know, you got to keep fighting. You know, if you're Berlin, you just got to keep plugging away. Isaac Hilton, you can't take any plays off. That's a great story. I mean, this is a kid last year, Kurt, that spent time in Tampa, learned from Simeon Rice, spent time with the New York Giants, learned from Michael Strahan. You know, spent time in Carolina, where he is right now with Julius Peppers. I mean, the 3 best defensive ends in the league. You know, I've been working with Isaac Hilton this season.
And he's begun to come on late in the season. He says he's realizing the ability that he actually has. Out of Hampton University. Here's Kurt Kittner. Dumps that one off. Penalty marker down. Mike Gomez, the intended receiver. Adrian Mays was there to defend it.
Defensive pass interference, number 20. Ball will be spotted at the spot of the foul. First down.
You know, some days it's just an uphill battle. I mean, here's Adrian Mays, the safety. I don't know if this ball is catchable or not. I mean, it looked like the receiver was already falling down. Gomez was already falling down, and Mays was just finishing it.
Instead, it's another first down, and Amsterdam can keep this drive going now at the 47-yard line. Jarrett Payton. Wrapped up by Winston Taylor. Ball came out. And the Admirals recover.
Been going the Admirals' way. I mean, just the breaks have gone their way, really, from the beginning of this game. Tip balls for touchdowns, for big plays, and Payton lays the ball on the ground, and they gain yards as a result.
And Berlin going to be forced to use its second timeout right now to try and stop this clock with less than 3 minutes to go. Here's another look at the fumble by Peyton.
I mean, the one time they get the ball out today, it's the only time they've knocked the ball out all day. Winston Taylor knocked it out. They can't come up with it.
3 minutes on the game clock.
That was a good hit that time by Taylor.
But as you say, everything's seeming to go Amsterdam's way, and if you're Berlin, you're thinking everything's seeming to go against us on this afternoon.
Well, some days it's like that. It's an uphill battle. You just got to keep, you just keep fighting. You look at the clock, you see how much time is left. They're all looking at the clock. They use their timeout. You use the best strategy you can. You try and knock the ball out again. You're Scanlon, you're Winston Taylor. You're trying to put your hat on the ball, knock it loose. Just doing everything you can to get the ball back to the offense. The drummers are working over there trying to make some noise.
Here's Kittner. The pitch to Jonathan Smith. And Smith will get back to the original line of scrimmage and nothing more.
These backs are good. I mean, they're the leading rushing offense in this league. And Jonathan Smith there just got that first down. Turned the corner. The thing about short running backs, they're hard to see. Get behind an offensive line, and Jonathan Smith at 5'9", tucked behind the right tackle Archibald that time, got the first down.
Ball's at the 35. The pitch to Jonathan Smith. Smith caught in the backfield. There's Isaac Hilton again. The native of Red Top, South Carolina.
I'd burn a timeout right here. Stop the clock before the 2-minute warning, Kurt, and get another stoppage at the 2-minute warning. Try to preserve as much time as you can for your offense.
Please reset the game clock to 2:08. 2:08 on the game clock.
And so that's timeout number 2 taken by the Berlin Thunder. As they will try to preserve time. You mentioned stopping the clock here, and they will get it stopped at the 2-minute warning as well. And they'll try and come up with a couple of defensive stops to get the ball back. Well, 4 of the last 5 World Bowls have been decided by a touchdown or less. So close finishes, not uncommon in the championship game of NFLEurope. And right now it's a 6-point ball game. Amsterdam holding on. They led it 17-0 at one point. But Berlin has fought back, and the defending champions, looking for a 4th title in 5 years, needing to get one more stop by their defense and then one more score from their offense.
So, regardless of the first 58 minutes of this game, it's been well played. Yeah, it really has. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of penalties. There's been some big plays, some great attitude out there, some great passion. I mean, it's just a well-played game here so far.
Here's Kittner. He gets that one off. Ravel Martin made the catch. Well, now an official is coming in and saying, no, he didn't.
Ravel Martin better keep that helmet on. One of the things you got to do as a young player is you got to learn and to keep your poise.
The pass was incomplete.
So it's ruled an incompletion. We're at the 2-minute warning here at the World Bowl.
So in conclusion, we chose the high road and we shifted our paradigm. We bolstered sales to an all-time high increase and leveraged our core equities. That's what I call strategilutions. Thank you.
Watching athletes do their job is just more fun. Drink Pepsi and play the GoPro sweepstakes. You could win a chance to see the World Series, Daytona 500, and more. Drink Pepsi. GoPro.
Fox tonight. What happens when a bad guy rips off the shiny new ride?
Get off that bike!
Look 'em up. No hands. Cops Grand Theft Bicycle. Then, officials need your help to solve this 19-year-old murder mystery.
There's someone out there who knows about this young woman.
America's Most Wanted. It all starts at 8/7 Central tonight on Fox.
Animation domination will protect and serve, and safety always comes first.
Goodbye, Thelma.
I'm not dead, idiot.
I know. That was for the other patient.
on a full hour of The Simpsons. Then, never fear,
Peter Griffin, certified CPI.
an all-new Family Guy is here.
I don't think he's hurt. I'll get to you in a moment, sir.
Plus, an all-new American Dad's got your back covered.
There might be some room left in the vast wasteland.
Nope, occupado.
It all starts at 7, 6 Central tomorrow on Fox.
Tuesday's #1 drama is House.
We have an epidemic. I want the maternity ward shut down.
When a mysterious illness rages out of control.
What the hell is this? It's a superbug.
Will they sacrifice one to save the rest?
You can't come in here.
My baby dying. Is she dying?
An episode you'll never forget. House at 9, 8 Central, Fox Tuesday.
Third down for the Admirals. Kittner in trouble, steps up, underthrows it, and it's batted away by Willie Ford.
Incomplete pass. There's a great effort all the way around by the pressure of Berlin. Blocking backs of Amsterdam. Kittner trying to get away. And Berlin did their job. They stopped them on third down here.
We are at the 2-minute warning here in Dusseldorf. And after that last incompletion, I guess there was 1 second left on the clock, so it was 2:01. That pass took us to the 2-minute warning, and Dave Ragone hoping to be the hero here down the stretch. He'll get one last chance here as it's 4th down for Amsterdam.
I said that Dave Ragone had to play his best game over here all year in order for Berlin to win the game. And right now, he's in a position where he might just well do that. Excellent second half, 2 touchdown throws, almost 200 yards of offense in the second half. He's found his rhythm. You know, and this year, he's never thrown 4 touchdown passes. Maybe a 4th touchdown pass today brings him a World Bowl ring. I mean, one of those things, Kurt, I don't think they have any timeouts left. They have one timeout left.
One timeout left.
They have under 2 minutes to go in the field. And so, remember Dave telling us earlier this year, Kurt, how much he works on the 2-minute drill. In fact, back in Houston, you know, Dom Capers has a drill every single week, and they spend an hour a day on the 2-minute drill.
In the meeting room, just talking about situations. This is the down, this is the distance, this is the time left on the clock. What do you do?
They put old film up, and they walk him through. What would you do in this decision? You know, in this predicament. And he calls all his own plays in the 2-minute drill. I mean, he lines the guys up, he gets them into formation, he calls the personnel groupings, and away they go. And they've been good at it today.
Well, he'll have one more shot at it as Ryan Dutton is on the punt for Amsterdam. Here's Dutton. He booms that kick. But a good bounce for the Admirals. And it will be downed inside the 10-yard line at the 6. So 94 yards away for Dave Ragone, who has really gotten it going here in the second half of this ball game as Berlin struggled in the first half. Ragone finding a way to put the team on his back and leads them back into the contest as they are down 27-21, 1:45 to go, and 1 timeout.
Dave Ragone right now, he hasn't thrown interceptions since week 3. 212 attempts, no interceptions. He's not thinking about interceptions. As he comes out onto the field for probably the final drive of his season in NFL Europe, and he wants to end on a good note. Final instructions. They've rehearsed this all year. Now it's time to execute. 63.
Here's Ragone from his end zone. Completes that one to Little John Flowers, and Flowers going to get out to the 13-yard line, maybe the 14. Phil Archer on the tackle.
I think they got to get back to the backfield faster than this. It's taking too much time.
From the shotgun. That's Michael Jennings with running room. Jennings picks up the first down before being forced out of bounds by Scott Conant.
Now, Michael Jennings is the fastest player on this field today. World-class speed. Well, I'm going to show you where the soft spot is for Dave Ragone to throw this football. You see this this area right here. I mean, there's nothing there in the middle of the field. Jennings on a crossing route into the open end. You saw that big vacancy there because the safeties are so deep. The safeties are deep right now, and there's still room underneath. See this area right here? See how deep the safeties are. That's the dead spot for Dave Ragone to get the ball to.
Starting after at the 30. Ragone out to Terrence Stubbs, and Stubbs wrapped up by Sam Massey after the 6-yard gain.
The key thing there, Kurt, is you got out of bounds. Stop the clock there. You know, there's so many things to learn for a young player. How to work the clock, work the sidelines. You know, when to clock it here. I mean, all these things come into play under pressure with a championship ring on the line.
But Ragone was calm, doesn't he?
Sure does. He really does. That's what you want to see from your leader. You want to see poise there.
From the 36, Little John Flowers. Dancing, trying to get out of bounds, but Amsterdam won't let him get there. Norman Lejeune with the stop.
They ran that draw to try to get a quick first down and get a new set of downs, and they didn't get it. So now he's got to be quick with the ball. He's going to go probably to the sidelines with a quick throw.
On 3rd down, here's Ragone.
There it is.
First down. Robert Red gets out of bounds afterwards.
It's a good-looking drive, Kurt. I mean, there's 38 seconds to go. They got a new set of downs. The guys, you know, have been trying to condition themselves all year for this type of drive.
Ball's at the 47-yard line. Here's Ragone. Going for Terrence Stubbs, made the catch, yes, and danced along the sideline.
What a throw. What a throw by Ragone. Oh, my. And he gets out of bounds. And that's working the sidelines perfectly. Look at his touch on this ball. Dropped that one out of the sky. That looks like something that Kurt Warner has done in Super Bowl games right there.
Ball at the 29 of Amsterdam. Ragone. To Robert Red, threw it behind him, and it falls incomplete. 27 seconds left to go.
For any ball that they complete inbounds here, he's going to run right up to the line and clock it. Just throw it right in the ground and stop the clock. Otherwise, he's going to try to go to the sidelines like he just did there. The guy that's been able to get out of bounds with the ball has been Michael Jennings, though, on crossing routes.
Jennings down at the bottom of the screen.
There's Jennings right there. Watch for him to go across the formation here.
One of 4 wide receivers for Berlin.
There he goes. He's got it.
Ragone looking the other way. Robert Red tap dancing, and he made the grab. Got out of bounds as well at the 16-yard line.
Man, watch this here. Using Boone right there as a pick. Kind of a moving screen in basketball, but all legal. Guys get field on the sideline. The energy, everybody's on their feet right here. This is championship football.
For the championship of NFLEurope. Ragone going towards the end zone. Looking for Stubbs. Made the adjustment, but couldn't make the catch.
Oh, he dropped it. He dropped another one right out of the sky into the breadbasket. Look, everybody in the stands is doing the same thing. It was right there. I mean, here it is. Ooh, nice move. Nice move to get some separation, and that's the right throw. As a quarterback, you got to shake it off. The receiver's got to shake it off. Check the glove. Get the hole out of the glove.
Here we go on 2nd. Under pressure. Ragone going to be forced out of bounds this time. Good job by the Amsterdam front 4. Norman Hoyer chases him out with less than 10 seconds to go.
So you basically got 2 plays. You got 2 downs and 2 plays to score a touchdown to win the game. It doesn't make any sense to throw the ball inbounds before the goal line because you're not going to get a second play. So you either got to go to the sidelines here or you got to go to the end zone. I think they got to take 2 shots to the end zone.
Well, they do have 1 timeout remaining. Ragone will huddle up here for the final seconds, trying to get his team a fourth World Bowl title in the last 5 years. He'll work from the shotgun. Looking to make a decision. Towards the end zone, broken up. Good job by Scott Conant, as that was intended for Aaron Boone.
This is an offensive penalty by Berlin. They weren't set here. A nice move by Aaron Boone to come back to the ball, but great coverage on the outside by Scott Conant.
There was no play. Ball start. 72. Offense. Still third down.
And so the play was whistled dead, but no one heard the whistle as David Porter got moving too early. That may not be too bad for Berlin, actually, because it puts time back on the clock. They'll reset the clock to 10 seconds since there was no play.
There was a break on them.
We're going. Being hit as he throws, and that one will fall incomplete. Amari Hand from the Jacksonville Jaguars got in there to break it up.
That's down to one play. One play left in this great, thrilling finish to World Bowl 13. One play. I mean, you play a whole season, Kurt. You play 10 games. You play, 59 minutes and 55 seconds of the World Bowl game comes down to one play.
Berlin.
Pretty balanced.
Berlin will use its final timeout to huddle up and discuss exactly what you want to run on the final play of your season.
Sometimes you have one play in the jar still left that you've never run, that nobody's ever seen before. And now's the time to bring it out. Maybe you practice it once a week just for this type of situation. Gabe Ragone is checking upstairs with Steve Logan, his offensive quarterback coach, asking him what he's seeing.
And what about the defense of Amsterdam?
Well, they're all huddled up over there as well. I mean, and they're holding hands and united. And these kids, it's like a college atmosphere here. I mean, they've been living together in a hotel room for the last 14 weeks. They'll never make friends like this ever again. And a lot of these guys will stay friends and email each other for the rest of their lives.
So we're going ready to take the field. Ball at the 22-yard line. Fourth down. So this will be the final play for this Berlin offense this season. Can they get it into the end zone and win the championship? Batted and incomplete. A couple of receivers there for the Berlin Thunder, but Amsterdam got a hand on it, knocked away the ball, and knock off the reigning champions.
Kurt, I haven't seen an instant celebration in a championship like I just saw from Amsterdam, I don't know, ever. Thrilling finish, valiant effort, great emotion, heck of a football game.
And so the Amsterdam Admirals are champions of NFLEurope, winning World Bowl 13, 27-21.
There it is. I mean, Ragone gets away from pressure, takes a hit right at the end. Eyeing his target. Tip balls went Amsterdam's way. Didn't really go Berlin's way at the very finish. Going for Robert Red, who had caught the last touchdown pass. Good coverage there to the finish by Amsterdam. Good effort, good throw. Good try. Ragone had a heck of a second half. Great fourth quarter. Sometimes you don't always win. Sometimes, though, the effort is what it's all about, and that's what we saw today.
And look at the emotion on the face of Jarrett Payton. Tears falling down his face as the Amsterdam Admirals win the championship of NFLEurope. We'll be back to Dusseldorf to talk more about it, plus a preview of today's baseball coverage here on Fox.
Animation domination will protect and serve, and safety always comes first.
Goodbye, Selma.
I'm not dead, idiot.
I know. That was for the other patients.
On a full hour of The Simpsons, then never fear.
Peter Griffin, certified CPI.
An all-new Family Guy is here.
I don't think he's hurt. I'll get to you in a moment, sir.
Plus, an all-new American Dad's got your back covered.
There might be some room left in the vast wasteland.
Nope, occupado.
It all starts at 7, 6 Central tomorrow on Fox.
Coming up!
Dennis Leary stars in an all-new season of TV's most explosive series.
Unbelievable.
Rescue Me, an all-new season premieres this month, only on FX.
Live from Pocono, NASCAR's elite battle as the chase for the Cup heats up. Tomorrow, Nextel Cup Racing on Fox.
The Cubs, one of the hottest teams in baseball. Why? Because of the hottest hitter in the game. Derek Lee does his talking with more than the bat coming up later today. And they haven't faced each other in a series of consequence since Woodrow Wilson was in office. I don't think Johnny Damon was around for that. Neither was Kevin Kennedy.
They had hair like that.
I think that's correct, but they had to tie it back. I'm Jeannie Velasquez. We do indeed welcome you inside the Fox Network Center. Major crisis for the Yankees today. Fortunately, they're not at home. They're in St. Louis. But obviously, the swagger, the confidence, and patience that once defined the Yankee era is no longer present.
Hey, they're deep into the season now, and they're still not getting it done. The pitching's not on all cylinders. The defense has been bad, Jeannie. This guy, Albert Pujols, a phenomenal hitter. We know all about him. 7-1 ball game at the time. Pujols goes deep. But look at the mistakes. Giambi not shifting the feet on a pickoff attempt. Errors right and left. Watch this one. Edmonds a base hit. A-Rod cuts it off. Nice throw to first base. Skip the feet. There are no feet right there, Jeannie.
Absolutely. It was just a matter of the Cardinals rubbing it in. After the game, closed-door meeting for the Yankees. Joe Torre, some of the players saying tore into the team. They have never seen him this upset.
Well, he has to. He's been calm, and the demeanor's been very good. But you know what? This is a $200 million ball club. The talent is there. They can't go out and get anybody. Who are they going to get? And who's going to take a contract in a trade? And they have nobody left in the minor league system. The one guy they had, he's up, Robinson Cano.
All right, coming up next is the Fox Saturday Baseball Game of the Week as two legendary franchises square off from the world champion Red Sox battle the Cubs, or the Yankees take on the Cardinals. It's coming up very soon on Fox. Now back to Kurt and Brian.
Well, the Berlin Thunder came oh so close to getting the touchdown on the final play of the game that would have won the World Bowl. Instead, Amsterdam holds on and takes the first championship of NFLEurope in the franchise's history. So 47 players come together for 3 months, and they will go back to the States with a memory that will last a lifetime. The Amsterdam Admirals, champions of the 2005 NFLEurope League season. The Berlin Thunder have won 3 of the last 5 now because the Admirals have gotten in their way, and the celebration is on as the World Bowl trophy is presented to the Admirals following a thrilling game here to complete this 2005 NFLEurope League season. And what a season it was. Many stars coming out of nowhere as usual. Look for them at an NFL Sunday game near you. For my partner Brian Baldinger, I'm Kurt Menefee saying so long from Dusseldorf, Germany. Once again, the
10-17 left in the first quarter. We take you to the opening drive. Kurt Kittner. They're scoreless at this point. Kittner gonna roll. Look at that little move, and then he finds Ruvel Martin. 22-yard touchdown to make it 7-0 Admirals. Then in the second quarter, 12 minutes remaining, it's Kittner. It's deflected to Mike Gomez. Hangs on for the 12-yard touchdown. Kittner was 12 of 18 for 131, a couple of touchdowns. Admirals up 17-7, but back comes Dave Ragone and the Thunder. That's Little John Flower going in from 10 yards out to make it 24-14, and then Ragone going to roll right. Little play action, going to hit Robert Red for a 10-yard touchdown. Thunder cut the lead to 6, down 27-21. Berlin in their 2-minute offense, down 6 from their own 6 with 1:45 to go. Ragone hits Little John Flowers for a 7-yard pickup, and then on the next play, Ragone hooks up with Michael Jennings. This one goes for 17 yards and a first down. Then with 42 seconds left, 3rd and 1, Ragone to Red. A 9-yard pickup, stops the clock as he gets out of bounds, and then look at that strike to Terrence Stubbs. Great grab. Then with 27 seconds left, Ragone to Red, 12 yards and a first down. Thunder at the Admiral's 16-yard line, and Ragone looks to the end zone to Stubbs, but he can't hold on. Ragone can't believe it. Take another look. The ball going to go right through Stubbs' hands. So with 5 seconds left, Kurt Menefee with the call.
That it? Oh, and incomplete. Amsterdam got a hand on it, knocked away the ball, and knocked off the reigning champions.
Jarrett Payton brought to tears as Amsterdam wins their first title with a 27-21 win. It was a record-setting season at the gate for NFLEurope teams in 2005. The league as a whole set a per-game attendance record, while Week 9 had the most fans ever in attendance for 1 week of play. Cologne, Hamburg, and Berlin all set records for both single-game and average attendance this season. And to talk more about NFLEurope and the great success this past season, we are glad to welcome the Commissioner of the National Football League, Paul Tagliabue. Thank you very much for your time, Commissioner Tagliabue.
Glad to be with you.
Let's start with the attendance. What do you think the many fans that came out to watch NFLEurope games, what do you think it says that you have record attendance?
Well, I think it's a statement about the high quality of the play, but I think it's also a statement about the rivalry between these teams in Germany. And, of course, Amsterdam fits right in with that in terms of proximity. And they had a terrific team, as they demonstrated yesterday. So I think it's those two factors, plus support from some of the German businesses over there.
What a terrific World Bowl it was. It comes down to the final seconds. Could it have been a better finish for this season?
I don't see how. I was over there in Week 2 in that same stadium in Dusseldorf, and it was a little ragged, but yesterday was championship game quality, and no matter what level of football you were playing. There were terrific performances at the quarterback position, wide receivers, running backs. Lines were blocking well, so it's exactly what we hope to get when we get to the end of the season in NFLEurope.
Every year in NFLEurope, there are so many wonderful storylines that develop with players. This year, it was Jarrett Payton, the son of Walter Payton, who goes on. He was a member of that World Bowl championship team. Do you think it's important that this opportunity, this forum, continues for some of these young players to get a chance to get some repetition?
Well, absolutely. You know, the football people have emphasized that to us from day one with this league, and Jarrett Payton is just the latest example of young talent getting the opportunity to go over there and play, to mature, develop, and just as important for people to see what he can do under game conditions. And you know, there were many other players on offense and defense in that game yesterday that are going to follow in the footsteps of the Leroy Glovers and others who've gone to Europe and been identified as talent, come back to the NFL and on to the Pro Bowl.
I know there are 8 national players who have been assigned to practice squads back in the NFL here in the United States. How close do you think we are to seeing a national player really break through and contribute to an NFL team?
I think we could be within 2 or 3 years. You know, we have one player already with the Buffalo Bills who grew up in Germany, played at the University of Tennessee. We've had others on the rosters with the Eagles, with the Jaguars, who've been just almost there as full-time starters or full-time players. I think we're getting there very quickly. When I saw that the Japanese player yesterday running back the kickoff, knowing how strong Japanese intercollegiate football is, I felt very good.
There are a number of other opportunities which exist not only for football players but for game officials. They get an opportunity to go over. Coaches, I know there's an internship program for former players who want to get into coaching. Is this an opportunity that you want to continue for some of the people that want to be involved with NFL football?
Well, the critical thing is the players, and having them the opportunity to play football, I think, is the critical thing. The others are ancillary. But the biggest thing that's also developed this year off the field is we've been getting very strong support from the German business community. We're looking ahead to the next 5 years where we might have German businesses partnering with us in managing and presenting the teams in their local areas. So our business model will change. The football model, I think, will stay the same because that's proven to be very successful as a developmental tool.
You talk about the next 5 years. What is your vision for perhaps the next 10, 15 years of NFL Europe? Where do you see it ending?
Well, I think if you look at other sports, the way they've developed globally, you could see regional leagues develop. You could see NFLEurope become more of a regional league within Europe. You could see regional leagues, I think, in Latin America, starting with Mexico and running south into Central and South America. Of course, we already have the Canadian Football League, so I don't think you have to speculate to see that this will grow incrementally, slowly in some cases, more rapidly in others, but it's something that should be pursued.
I know the league meetings are coming up later in the week. Commissioner, could you share with us the priorities that the owners are going to discuss at these meetings?
Well, the key thing will be to update the owners tomorrow on where we are in our discussions with the Players Association. We are continuing to have meetings with them. We've had a couple involving myself and Gene Upshaw in the past couple of weeks. And the Players Association has made some proposals for significant change in our system. We're considering those. And we've got some tough discussions ahead, but I think if we stay at it, we can make some progress.
Commissioner Tagliabue, thank you for your time. And from a personal note, I had an opportunity to go over to NFLEurope and call some games, so I appreciate the opportunity. I had a great time.
Well, I always enjoy it when I was there. We had a bunch of our senior people there this weekend, and I was only sorry that I had to watch on TV and couldn't be in the stadium as I was earlier in the season.
Commissioner Paul Tagliabue joining us from New York. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
When NFL Total Access continues, still to come, Adam Schefter will take us around the league. What's the latest on Alex Smith's negotiation with the 49ers? We'll get the details. In 10 weeks, he amassed over 700 yards from scrimmage, among the league leaders en route to winning World Bowl 13. Now Jarrett Payton returns to America to hopefully write another, perhaps more profound chapter in his fascinating story. This summer, he will compete against Damian Nash, Walter Reyes, as well as another NFLEurope product, Joe Smith, for the opportunity to back up Chris Brown in Tennessee. Before the NFLEurope season began, I had a chance to ask Payton about his goals and, of course, about following in the footsteps of his legendary father.
My dad taught me never to give up. A lot of things that he taught me weren't on the football field. It was life lessons off the football field, but they carried over to football, just about never giving up.
Now, I'd imagine having the last name Payton makes a lot of things easier. From the expectations standpoint, is it make it a little bit harder?
Nah, you can't be that other person. I can't be my father. I can only be Jarrett Payton. And that's what he taught me also, was you can't be me, be your own person.
What do you think he would tell you about this endeavor of NFLEurope?
I think he'd probably tell me to take it, embrace it, and, you know, run with this opportunity to get better. You can't look at something and say, oh, you know, why are they doing this to me? Why are they sending me here? But you have to look at it in a way that it's going to benefit you.
Did he prepare you for this, for what you're going through now?
All the life lessons that I'm going through right now is he taught me. And I didn't understand at a young age why he was a certain way with me, or why he was hard on me, or why he didn't let me go here, or why he made me, you know, go work out. But now that I'm 24 years old, I understand the reason why he was preparing me for this. I honestly feel that he felt he might not be around for that long, so he needed to prepare me while he was still here. That's one of the things I have to thank him, because it's maybe the person I am right now.
Do you still hear his voice?
Always. He's always with me. I mean, that's one thing about the relationship that we had. He was always there. And even though he was a busy man, he always made time for the things I had to do. When I'm playing sometimes, like if I hear somebody whistle, he used to whistle to me all the time. So sometimes I find myself looking around like, is he here? And, you know, I know he's always going to be with me.
You gave the speech to induct your dad into the Hall of Fame. Do you remember that day?
Not only is my dad an exceptional athlete, he's a role model. He's my biggest role model and best friend. We do a lot of things together. Play basketball, golf, go to the movies, to name a few. I'm sure my sister will endorse this statement. We have a super dad.
I just wanted people to know about him as a person. Same thing I'm doing now. Whenever I go out and talk about him, I talk about him every day. I just want people to know about him as a person. not just as a football player, because he was more than a football player. His accomplishments off the field mean way more to me than the ones on the field.
And I want to stand up here and say, at this point in my life, that Jared, Brittany, and your mom, you guys will never have to worry about anything in your life, no matter what the situation or how it ends. You three will motivate me to make sure that your lives are happy and fulfilled.
You clearly enjoy reminiscing about him.
Yeah.
Is there a small part of you that says, you know, I want people to start talking about me and what I'm doing on the field?
Yeah, I do. I want people to start talking about me. But I understand that that's going to come, but it only comes through hard work. You know, it's not just, people aren't going to just mention my name because of who I am. I want people to see me on the field doing things, and I understand that's going to take time, and that's what I'm working towards.
So you want to be separate, but yet you got those tattoos. You will always be one with him.
I'm always going to be one with him. It just makes me look in the mirror sometimes and say, I'm not by myself, and I'm not doing this by myself.
How much do you miss your dad?
I miss him a lot. I wish he was around to help me through some of these things that I'm going through. It's hard because people think I'm kind of crazy, but I understand why he's gone. I've came to, you know, that closure in my life that he's gone. But people talk about him every single day to me. And people ask me, do I get sad about that? How can I get sad about people talking about my dad and things that he did and how great he was as a person, how great of a football player he was? I think if people stop talking to me about my dad, that's when I would get sad. But as long as people keep talking about him, I'll always be happy. And he'll always live inside of me because he'll be in my heart.
Of the 8 running backs on the current Titans roster, only 3 have any kind of professional experience, and Chris Brown is the only current Titan with NFL carries. Joe Smith led NFLEurope in rush yards, while Jared Payton tied for the league lead in rushing touchdowns. And Ray, when you look at that story and the opportunity that NFLEurope provides for a guy like Jared Payton, it's a terrific springboard.
It is a springboard. A lot of these guys, I mean, their whole dream is to play in the National Football League, to make it to the next level. And by the commissioner allowing these guys to have that opportunity, you know, to play in the NFLEurope, I mean, they got to take every advantage possible, you know, making the big catch, making the great runs, getting the big interceptions, sacks. And these coaches are looking at this film, and they're saying, can these guys actually play at the next level? Yeah, it looks like, you know, a couple of these guys might have a great opportunity, but, you know, they have an opportunity to prove themselves.
All right, we're going to move on. Another bit of news to pass along. On Monday, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers released former first-round pick, quarterback Achilles Smith. Smith played in NFLEurope this season for the Frankfurt Galaxy. The Bucs had assigned him as a free agent before the NFLEurope season on February 18th. When we return, we'll fire up Browns camp with Lonnie Jewel Shelton.